பெருசு பண்ணோம்.
This will be okay, sir. In the questions, sir, yesterday.
I think we up to 20 questions.
20.
Up to 20 questions we finished. Now, okay, anyway, my PowerPoint starts only from the 11th question. Anyway, I'll go through make the PowerPoint today. Up to certain thing. Then what is the 20th question? I will see.
Yes, sir.
Okay, banking ombudsman, or the depositor, doorstep bank. Okay, those things. I'll start with the presentation. Now, I'm reducing my PDF. I am minimizing my PDF. I am opening my PowerPoint.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So minimization is very important.
Good morning, friends. This is third session, sir.
Third session.
Third session of our Mr. Jagennath, senior faculty. He will be handling the general banking subject today, along with PowerPoint and his regular question paper session. Afternoon, we have Mr. Saukar, retired DGM. Those who are preparing for clerical to scale 1, kindly please attend Mr. Saukar's class, because you don't have to prepare. He will be, that is, you need not carry any PowerPoint or any question papers. He will be directly touching the topics without any presentation. So we will not be sharing any material of Mr. Saukar. So it will be a direct class session. So please attend that session also. Today we have Mr. Jagannathan, our regular faculty in Chennai LDC, retired AGM. He will be handling today's session. He has got one more session on 5th, sir. 5th Sunday also. So whatever is left over, it will be, whatever you will be able to cover today, it will be covered today, and remaining it will be covered on 5th October, Sunday. So wishing you all the best. Sir, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back. Yesterday, we have been discussing, we started discussing about, that is, first we discussed for 2 days around, or 1 day, one session and another half a session with regard to changes in the credit related matters, circulars issued by the bank from October 2024 to maybe July 2025. Now, subsequently, yesterday we have taken on general matters. So, circulars issued by the bank on general matters other than credit matters from October 2024 to July 2025. Why I have taken October is your exam was in last month of last year, November or December. So, I was touching from October onwards. So, in this general matter circulars, so all the circulars issued by the bank under general matters are being touched upon by me. Maybe I have selected that is circulars which will be of importance from the examination point of view. Around 125 questions with multiple answers, and a PowerPoint is also being made. Then that is under general matter, general policy, that is policies, general policy. I think Mr. Ravi Kumar has covered in yesterday's nurture program. So go through that, because that again I will not repeat. Other than that, policy matters only, the general matters, circulars issued by the bank, which from the examination point of view, so we'll be discussing today. So I will already, still yesterday I have touched upon around 20 questions. So I'll be trying to finish the remaining 105 questions today. If time permits, I will take up the compromise policy presentation. So whatever possible, we will try to run through today. It's now 10 o'clock, so our time may be around 11:30 or 11:45. When Mr. Another question hinting me, I will make a small stop or small break. Again, we'll reassemble. So scheduled time may be between 1:15 to 1:30. I will try to complete my class. Okay. Now, yesterday, we have been talking about the question paper. Question paper is there with you. So that is, we were talking about question number 12. Yesterday, we saw about the question number 12, where what I denotes in RISC with respect to EAS 800. That was the question. So now, yesterday we could not show the PowerPoint. Now the PowerPoint is being made available to you. The government of India has mandated that all public sector banks shall implement reforms agenda, enhanced access and service excellence. So expansion for ECs, people, clerical officer who are attending the exam, enhanced access and service excellence. It is a public sector bank's reform agenda. The EASE reforms agenda aims to serve the following: strengthening financial health and governance of public sector banks, enhancing digital and customer service excellence of public sector banks, fostering a modern future-ready workforce. So these are all the main points in which EASE reforms agenda aim. Now, today we have EASE 8.0. So it started from the financial year 2018-19, whether it is EASE 1.0. So the theme of that is responsive and responsible public sector banks. Then EASE 2 2019-20, clean and smart banking. EASE 3 2021, smart tech-enabled banking for aspiring India. EASE 4 21-22, tech-enabled, simplified and collaborative banking. Then EASE 5 for the year 22-23, enhanced digital experience, data-driven, integrated and inclusive banking. EASE 6 is their financial year 2023-24, customer-friendly banking enabled by modern capabilities. EASE 7 24-25, last financial year, economic development, customer delight and resilient banking. So this is the current year, EASE 8 25-26. So driving innovation for business process re-engineering and customer excellence. If they ask the question, don't miss it. This is the theme for the current year, that is EASE 8.0 for the financial year 25-26. So the four key themes of EASE is RISE. That was the question which we saw yesterday, question number 12. RISE. My point is what I stands in RISE. Okay, the four key, this is the theme. The four key themes of EASE 8 is RISE. So R stands for risk and resilience, and I stands for innovation. That's what the question we saw yesterday. And S stands for socio-economic impact for Viksit Bharat. Then E stands for excellence. So this is the expansion for RISE. This is the four key themes of EASE 8. So if they ask the question, don't miss it out. So R stands for risk and resilience. I stands for innovation. S stands for socio-economic impact, and E stands for excellence. So there are in our bank, there are about 16 action points are given in that circular. So how we are going to achieve this RISC? Okay, let's not worry about the action points. So let us know this is the 8th EASE financial year 25-26, started in 2018-19 with EASE 1. Now we are in EASE 8. EASE 8 for the financial 25-26. The theme of the EASE is given here: driving innovation for business process re-engineering and customer excellence. The four key themes of EASE is divided in a word called RISC. The expansion of RISC is given. So there are 16 action points to achieve this RISC. Let's not worry about it. So this is what, because that's why I have made what I stands for in RISC. If they ask what R stands for in RISC, so risk and resilience. Okay, accordingly, you make the answer. Okay, now, as I was talking to you yesterday, customer complaint resolution, there was an HO consolidated circular 712/2024. Last year it was issued after your exam, with regard to what are all the various customer complaints and customer complaints resolutions available in the bank, and how to resolve, and what is the complaint portal outside the bank. So some questions we saw yesterday. So I will make the presentation now. So as we know, the Customers' Day is to be celebrated, should be conducted 15th of every month between 3 to 5 p.m. If Customers' Day, if 15th is a holiday, then it has to be held in the next working day. Every branch to have a branch level customer service committee to meet once in a month to coincide with the Customers' Day. Yesterday itself we saw expand BLCSC. So branch level customer service committee. So this has to be met once in a month, and to coincide with the Customers' Day. Customers' Day to be held on 15th of every month. Members of BLCSC, that is, who should be the members? We should take from the customers. So senior citizen, then due share to be given to the senior citizen customers, women, pensioner, Gen Y customers, and Gen Y and Z customers, and specially abled customers, and also bank staff. So employee of the branch also to be there. So RO representative, they may join with the branch, that is customer BLBC BB team once in a quarter. So invite around 10 to 15 customers. So this is the branch level customer service committee meeting to address the grievances every month. It has to meet and it coincides with the customers day 15th of every month. So there are mode of grievances redressal. So what is the mode of grievances redressal mechanism available for the customer? The mode within the bank and the mode available outside the bank. So what is the mode within the bank? So the mode available within we have various platforms, no? The mode available. So we send by mail, we send by letter, customers can send by letter, mail, and one important portal which is available for the customers to lodge their complaint internally is CPGRS that we saw yesterday. Anyway, we are going to repeat now. So mode of grievance redressal. So we have two types of, it is divided into majorly into two: internal grievance redressal mechanism, IGR. So expand IGR with regard to customer service or with regard to HOS class 712/2024, we should be able to write internal grievance redressal mechanism. And we have another, because that is customer grievances mechanism, we have alternate grievance redressal mechanism. Under internal that is grievances redressal mechanism, what is available in our bank, and alternate grievances mechanism, which is outside portals where the customers will lodge the complaints. From there, it will be coming to the bank. Okay, so CPGRS, Canara Public Grievances Redressal System, it is an internal portal. Bank's online portal for complaint registration, IGR. So internal grievances redressal portal is CPGRS. So alternate grievances redressal mechanism or alternate grievances redressal portal. So outside the banking system, we have three as on date. One is the CMS portal, Customer Complaint Management System. If they ask you to expand CMS, so Complaint Management System portal, this is for banking ombudsman maintained by RBI. So customers having any complaint to be lodged with the banking ombudsman to log on to the CMS portal, and accordingly they have to give the complaint and upload all the material proof. So once they ask what expand the CMS portal. Okay. Integrated, that is what the AGR is, alternate grievances redressal platform portal other than the bank, outsiders. One is CMS portal, banking ombudsman portal maintained by Reserve Bank of India. The other one is integrated grievances redressal mechanism, INGRAM. So yesterday we saw, so integrated grievances redressal mechanism, INGRAM, maintained by National Consumer Helpline. Okay, one is by RBI, another one is National Consumer Helpline. So I have spent time on giving the expansion as well as the abbreviation, keeping in mind if they ask you give the abbreviation and ask you give the expansion, you should not miss it out. Okay, so alternate grievance redressal mechanism is outside portal where customers can log on. From there, banks will get the complaint forwarded. From there, bank has to address the complaint. So we have the CMS portal for the banking ombudsman maintained by RBI. Only another one is maintained by National Consumer Helpline, which is called Integrated Grievance Redressal Mechanism, INGRAM. The other one we have CPGRAM, which is maintained by Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India. So centralized public grievance redressal and monitoring system, expansion of CPGRAM, is maintained by Ministry of Finance, Department of Financial Services, Government of India. So CPGRAM is maintained by them. Okay, internal and alternate. They are not told external. Internal grievances redressal mechanism, alternate grievances redressal mechanism. In internal, we have one CPGRM. In external, we have three. That is CMS portal, and then maintained by the National Consumer Helpline, and another one maintained by Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Okay, now, so what is the timeline for resolution of complaints? So if they ask the question, we should not maintain. So whenever the banks get a complaint from various sources, bank has to address and rectify the complaints or redress the complaint within certain number of days. The number of days is given by Ministry of Finance. So bank has adopted lesser number of days within which complaint to be resolved by the bank. So for general complaints received by the bank has to redress the complaint and set the grievances set right within 30 days of receipt of complaint, the timeline given by Ministry of Finance. Whereas the bank says within 21 days we will redress the complaint. So adopted by the bank. Any complaint from RBI, Ministry of Finance, MPs, and very, very important persons. So Ministry of Finance says to be addressed within 21 days. Bank says it is 15 days. Complaint forwarded by RBI from CMS portal. Any complaint forwarded by RBI from CMS portal to the bank. Bank has to give the reply within 15 days, time stipulated by Ministry of Finance. Bank also has taken 15 days as the time. Any complaint received from the PMO, Prime Minister's Office, to be redressed by 15 days as per Ministry of Finance, as per the bank within 7 days. CPGRAMS. I told you, who maintains the CPGRAMS. Any complaint lodged in the CPGRAMS portal, as per stipulated ministry timings 21 days, and bank has also adopted 21 days. So earlier, it was 30 days. The time was given 30 days, but it is reduced to 21 days from 23/8/2024. After the complaint is redressed in the CPGRMS within 21 days, if the customer again gives an appeal for that, that appeal has to be resolved within 30 days. Yesterday, when we saw the questions, we saw that. So complaints in CPGRMS portal to be replied within 21 days, both time fixed by the Ministry of Finance and adopted by the bank. So earlier, time was given 30 days, now reduced to 21 days. Okay, whenever there is a reduction, whenever there is a change, we have to give thrust on that because questions may be that reduced to 21 days. However, any appeal made in the CPGRMs against the reply given by the bank, that has to be resolved within 30 days from the date of receipt of that is appeal. Okay, this table is important with regard to the time norms for resolution of customer complaint, time norm given by Ministry of Finance, and time norm adopted by our bank, and from which source the complaint is coming. So we saw two types of sources. One is internal, another is alternate grievances redressal mechanism, internal portal and external portal. Now, banking ombudsman. RBI complaint monitoring system, so CMS portal, so https://cms.rbi.org.in. So rejected or partially redressed cases. So bank has rejected. See, the question is, so when a person can go to banking ombudsman? First of all, before going to the banking ombudsman, a customer has to lodge his grievances with the bank. Okay, customer has to send a complaint to the bank, whatever mode he is having. He is expected to get a reply within 30 days. There is a possibility the bank will send the reply within 30 days. Or there are possibilities bank will not give the reply to the customer within 30 days. Okay. So now let us see within how much time he has to go to the banking ombudsman. Before banking ombudsman, he has to go to the bank. If the complaint is not resolved within 30 days, if the complaint is not resolved within 30 days, then the customer has to approach the banking ombudsman within 1 year and 1 month. So he has sent a complaint to the bank, and the bank has not given any reply to the bank customer's complaint. So within 30 days. So then he has the option after the 30 days is over, he has the option to go to banking ombudsman within how many days? 1 year and 1 month. Okay, that is one portion. The other portion, the bank has sent a reply to the banking customer's complaint within 30 days. We does not send within 30 days, then 1 year, 1 month time he has. So if the bank has sent a reply within 30 days, and if the customer is not satisfied with the reply of the bank, then he has to approach the banking ombudsman within 1 year from the date of receipt of reply from the bank. Okay, keep that in mind. So within 30 days, if there is no reply, within 1 year and 1 month. If he has received a reply within 30 days, and if he is not satisfied with the reply, he has to appeal, he has to go to banking ombudsman within 1 year from the date of receipt of the complaint. Okay. So rejected or partially redressed cases cases in which customer is not satisfied with the reply received from the bank within 30 days of lodging the complaint, he has to go to banking ombudsman within 1 year from the date of receipt of the reply. And where no reply is received by the customer within 30 days of submitting the complaint, or to be escalated to the banking ombudsman. These two things are to be escalated. For the first one, within 1 year from the date of receipt of the reply, and this one within 1 year and 1 month from the date of, that is after the 30 days is over. So customer has time 1 year from the date of reply from the bank. So within the reply is received within 30 days of lodging the complaint, or 1 year and 1 month if no reply is received from the bank within 30 days of lodging the complaint. Okay. If any details asked for by RBI, the same to be submitted by the bank within 50. So customer has lodged a complaint. Now RBI has asked the bank to give a reply. RBI has sent the complaint to us. First they analyze and they send the reply complaint to us, asking us to give certain that is reply to that complaint. So bank is supposed to give reply to the banking ombudsman's complaint within 15 days. If bank fails to give a reply to the banking ombudsman within 15 days, what is the problem for the bank? Otherwise, if the bank is not replying within 15 days to the banking ombudsman complaint or anything received from the banking ombudsman, bank will lose the right to appeal on the order issued by RBI. Suppose, so bank is sending a query to the bank is RBI, banking ombudsman, bank is not replied to the query within 15 days, bank has not done anything within 15 days, then banking ombudsman will pass an order. In that order, banking ombudsman will say, so the bank has to pay 10 lakhs to the customer. So against the order of 10 lakhs, bank cannot prefer an appeal to the banking ombudsman because bank has failed to give reply to the banking ombudsman query within 15 days from the date of receipt of the reply. Okay, sir. So within 15 days. Otherwise, the penalty is bank will lose the right to appeal on the orders of the banking ombudsman. Before rejecting a complaint or partially redressing a complaint, so any customer has sent a reply to the bank through various sources, bank is telling no, you are wrong, I am always right, or bank says no, this is possible, that is so. Before rejecting or partially responding to a customer's complaint, because if you reject it, customer will go to the banking ombudsman. So bank is supposed to place that complaint and the reply reason for rejecting it to a person called internal ombudsman. The internal ombudsman is a retired GM from another bank appointed by the bank to resolve these complaints with his concurrence, with his consent only, the rejections to be informed to the customers. Internal ombudsman. Once the award is issued issued now, okay, customer has lodged the complaint within 1 year or within 1 year 30 days. So that is bank has come to customer has come to the bank. So we have replied, not replied. Customer is not happy. He has lodged the complaint within the timeline. Customer has RBI banking ombudsman has sent a query to the bank. Bank has replied within 15 days to the query. Then banking ombudsman has looked into everything. Now banking ombudsman passes an order. Let us assume banking ombudsman passes an order either in favor of the bank or in favor of the customer, whatever may be that. Now, the order will go to both the customer and the bank. Now, when the order comes to the bank as well as to the customer, what to be done? Who has to react first? When the order comes to the bank or to the customer, bank need not react on the order. So then it is the duty of the customer to accept the award given by the banking ombudsman within 30 days of receipt of the award. So now it is the duty of the customer either to accept the award given by the banking ombudsman or go for appeal against the order of the banking ombudsman. What is the timeline? Within 30 days of receipt of the banking ombudsman order. Okay, suppose if the customer accepts the award and informs the bank, I am accepting the banking ombudsman award, I request you to settle my complaint by paying the award given by the banking ombudsman. Now from that time bank has to start reacting. So customer has to react within 30 days from the date of receipt of the banking ombudsman order. bank has to react within 30 days from the date of receipt of acceptance letter from the customer. Once the award is issued, customer can accept the award or appeal within 30 days of receipt of the award. Bank can settle the award within 30 days from the date of receipt of acceptance of award, not within 30 days from the date of the order. So, bank can settle the award within 30 days from the date of receipt of the acceptance of award from the customer, or bank can prefer the claim. In both the cases, it is 30 days. Which 30 days we should know. So, now if the bank wants to appeal to the banking ombudsman, so MD and CEO or the person authorized by him only has to sign the appeal, which it is posted to the banking ombudsman. Okay. Executive Director for RBI administering the banking ombudsman scheme is the appellant authority. Earlier, the appellant authority was Deputy Governor of RBI. Now it is Executive Director of RBI administering the banking ombudsman scheme is the appellant authority. In Canara Bank, the nodal officer for representing the bank in banking ombudsman cases is the Chief General Manager, Customer Service Vertical Operations Wing as the principal nodal officer. Banking ombudsman, what is the maximum award they can give? The banking ombudsman can award maximum rupees 20 lakhs and rupees 1 lakh for loss of complainant time, mental agony, etc. over and above the amount in dispute. So these things only in the form of two questions I have given in yesterday. So that is, what is the award they can give? Maximum award 20 lakhs and another 1 lakh also can be given for this purpose. This award what the banking ombudsman is giving is over and above the amount in dispute. Okay, so these are all the points from the banking ombudsman point of view. 712/2024 at any level the questions may come. Okay. Now, so then the same 712/2024, and then there is a concept called under the customer service, the doorstep banking. Questions are being frequently asked by IBBS for the promotion aspirants on the doorstep banking. 712/2024 was talking about the doorstep banking. The bank has also introduced a policy on doorstep banking on 81/2025. On the day in the first class, Mr. Ravi Kumar was talking to you about how to go to the internal communication, where the internal circulars will be there, then policies will be there, then the manuals are there. So when we go to the policy section, if you see for the year 25-26, there is a policy called 81/2025, that is the doorstep banking policy. So I have picked up certain points, what are all the services provided by the bank under the doorstep banking, and the base circular which I saw was 246/2024, then 712 last year circular after your exam. Then I also gone through 81/2025. From there, these points I have put in for the doorstep banking. When you have time, go through the circular. At least once, as Mr. Ravi Kumar has told, we are supposed to go through the circulars which are shown by the faculties to you. At least once, go through. That is Mrs. PSB Alliance Private Limited will be managing the doorstep banking. Another name for the doorstep banking is feet on street. If they ask you what is feet on street, you should not miss it out. So feet on street, in the circular it is there. Mrs. PSB Alliance Private Limited will be managing the doorstep banking, that is feet on street services of all the 12 public sector banks through the following two vendors. Okay, he is the main person for all the public sector banks, and the two vendors are Mrs. Integra Microsystems Private Limited and Mrs. BLS International Services Limited. These are all the two vendors. So all those things we should know. Services available. Earlier it was in 100 centers. Now it was made to 1,000 centers. Now in policy 81/2025, I saw 2,572 centers. Okay. So which are all the services this doorstep banking the customer can get? So financial services and non-financial services. Under non-financial services, pick up and drop. Two things are there. Now let us see non-financial services pick up. Check instruments for collection and clearing will be picked up by the doorstep banking agent. Checkbook requisition slip, it will be picked up. Then IT, GST or government tax dues, if you want to pay those challans with the checks, will also be picked up by the doorstep banking agent. So any standing instruction, if you want to give to the customer bank, that also will be picked up from the customer. Form 15G, 15H also will be taken, and submission of the life certificate also additional feature is given in the banking ombudsman. So nomination, addition, modification, deletion of nomination in any account the customer is having, they can give. At a time, maximum 5 accounts in a single booking they can do for add, alt, delete or modify. That is nomination. Maximum for 5 accounts they can do in a single booking. Funds transfer. So maximum 3 requests in one booking he can give. So funds transfer, he has to give a check and he has to give a challan. Funds transferring 2, it has to be transferred. In a booking, maximum 3 funds transfer requests to be given. In a day, maximum funds transfer, or if we give either 1 request or 2 requests or 3 requests put together, it should not exceed more than 25,000 rupees. Okay, so maximum 5 accounts for addition, deletion, nomination, modification, and maximum 3 requests in one booking for funds transfer. Maximum funds transfer should not be more than 25,000 rupees per day. Non-financial services, delivery services. It comes from the bank to the customer. Statement of account, term deposit receipt. So the maximum term deposit receipt should not be more than 1 lakh. TDS and Form 16 certificates, TDS certificates and Form 16 certificates to be received through the other days delivery services from the Doorstep banking. Here what you should know, the maximum 5 accounts in a single booking, maximum 3 requests, maximum 25,000 rupees per day, and then term deposit receipt should not be more than 1 lakh. So this is the that is delivery service. Prepaid instruments like demand drafts, pay orders, etc. can be given and request it be delivered to the customer's doorstep. So we have seen non-financial services, delivery service, and pickup service. Now financial service. So cash service, what is that? Cash withdrawal, minimum rupees 1,000, maximum rupees 10,000 per day. So request can be given for cash withdrawal, minimum 1,000 rupees per day, maximum 10,000 per day. It is permitted for delivery of cash, or they will come, Aadhaar enabled machine they will bring, they will show a fingerprint. So money can be drawn from that. 1,000 rupees, maximum 10,000, the agents will help the customer. So which are all the accounts eligible? So under the financial services, as on date, we have only cash delivery services. We don't have cash deposit service. Eligible accounts, SB individual accounts and single. So SB individual account, either single or joint. So SB account in the names of individuals, either single individuals or joint individual. If it is joint account, it should be either or survivor. So current account, single account, or proprietorship account. Here you see for the current account, there is no joint current account, individual current account. That is individual account, that is the name of a single individual, not joint, but in SB joint is permitted. Operation condition should be either or survivor. Current account, individual single, and the proprietorship account is also eligible. So ODOCC account, either single individual account or proprietorship account is also eligible for your doorstep banking. Ineligible accounts, SB account, joint account with operation condition jointly, accounts in the names of entities like a partnership firm, trust, company, etc. are not eligible. Similarly, inoperative accounts, blocked accounts, memo attached accounts, debit frozen accounts are not eligible. Minor account represented by guardian or minor account self-operated account. You know, minor self-operated SB account 10 years and above his age. Minor self-operated account or NRA accounts are also not eligible. So generally they will ask which are all the accounts not eligible for doorstep banking, or tick the odd man out with regard to doorstep banking. They will give some ineligible account, in between they will add some eligible account, or they will give 4 eligible account, in between they will add 1 ineligible account. That is why I have made. So eligible accounts I have told you, SB accounts, individual accounts, either single name, joint name. If it is joint, either or survivor. Current account, individual account, single name only, and the proprietorship account. ODOCC account, individual name only, and the proprietorship account. Individual means single account only, not joint account. So ineligible accounts, SB joint accounts with the operation condition jointly, accounts in the names of entities which are in the representative capacity like partnership, trust, company, etc. are also not eligible. So inoperative accounts, blocked accounts, memo attached, debit frozen accounts, minor accounts, NRA accounts are also not eligible. So eligible accounts, ineligible accounts, we should know. Generally, they ask the question there. So there is a practice of the examiner which I have seen. For example, when you are going to have the exam on 11th of October, There may be 3 cadres may be writing exam. With this time, if I am to correct, it is clerical to officer, sub-staff to clerk, 4 to 5. When the examiner chooses that is question, when he goes and takes a circular, he takes from more or less from that circular 3 different types of questions covering 3 different subjects from the same circular and put it for the 3 people who are writing the exam on that day. So that is why I am insisting on that is eligible and ineligible accounts. It may come for any category. So what is the charges for that is visit or for whatever it is pickup? It is 70 nominal charges is rupees 75 plus GST. That is a nominal charges for the financial service or non-financial service. Services to be availed in branches within 5 kilometers radius from the customer location. It need not be the base branch. It can be any other branch also. The location distant from the customer's customer's location, it should be within 5 kilometers. Through the app, that is proper app, the customer can find out which is the nearest branch, which is 5 kilometers available for him for doorstep banking in the 2,572 centers. So turnaround time. What is the turnaround time? When the customer lodges a request, within how many time, how many days or how many hours that is the customer's request has to be fulfilled by the bank. Customer will be asked for a preferred date and time. So at the time of lodging, customer will be asked to give a preferred date and time for the services to be taken from the customer or the services to be delivered to the customer. Any service preferred by the customer up to 3 p.m. on any working day. Any service he says, so 10 o'clock, or that is he mentioned morning he is logging in and giving by 1 o'clock, or he says by logging and saying he's by 2 o'clock. So preferred date and preferred time. He gives today is the preferred date and he gives the today is the preferred time. So for example, any service preferred by the customer up to 3 p.m. on any working day has to be completed on the same day within 3 hours or preference. For example, if he says 3 p.m. today, before 6 p.m. today, his service has to be completed. Or if he says 1 p.m. today, so 1 p.m. you have time till 3 p.m. So there is still another 3 hours. So if he says 1 p.m. is my preferred time, bank has to complete the exercise before 4 p.m. on that day. So any request preferred time by the customer up to 3 p.m. on any working day has to be completed on the same day within 3 hours of preference. Suppose services booked after 3 p.m. He says, I want the services to be done by 4 p.m. today. No. Any service booked after 3 p.m. will have the option to choose only the next day as the preferred day. So if he going in logging in the system will not permit him to complete any request on the same day. Any request lodged by the customer or booked by the customer after 3 p.m. will have the option to choose only the next day as the preferred day, and it has to be completed by 1 p.m. on the next working day. So today he is going and telling, so at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. he is lodging the request to the bank. And so when anything which is lodging today after 3 p.m., it has to be completed before 1 p.m. on the next day. Again, I repeat, today he is lodging a request, he is booking a request. Any request booked by him today till 3 p.m. Any request booked by him today till 3 p.m. has to be serviced within 3 hours of his preferred time. Okay, very clear. Suppose any request booked by him after 3 p.m. today, it has to be completed before 1 p.m. next day. Okay, before 1 p.m. next day. That is the guideline turnaround time. So don't miss it out in this regard, doorstep banking. This is the probable questions. Okay, now let us go to the questions, sir. Let us go to the question. So some questions, if you go through, then you will understand possible questions. I think it is available to you. That now I think yesterday I could find out some issues with regard to this. Alternatively, that is navigating. Now I got it. Now you see, which is correct with question number 20. So again, I repeat for yesterday's sake, which is correct with regard to banking ombudsman. For details asked for by the banking ombudsman, bank has to reply within 50. So which is correct? Which is correct? Bank has to reply within 15 days. Otherwise, bank will lose the right to appeal against the order of the banking ombudsman. A is correct. B. Bank has to settle the award within 30 days of the award or go in for appeal. No, that is not correct. What is correct point? Bank has to settle the award within 30 days of receipt of acceptance of the award from the customer. So point number B is wrong. Point number C. Customer to lodge the complaint either through the portal, by email, registered post, or through his advocate. No advocate should represent a customer in the banking ombudsman cases. So point number C is not correct. The appellant authority is Deputy Governor of RBI. That is also not correct. I told you the Executive Director overseeing the functioning of the banking ombudsman is the appellant authority. So D is also not correct. The maximum award will be rupees 20 lakhs besides rupees 1 lakh. It should be 1 lakh. Yesterday itself I told you rupees 20 lakhs besides rupees 1 lakh for mental agony, cost, etc., which is inclusive of the amount in dispute. I told you this is exclusive of the amount in dispute. So in this question, if you see the question number 20, only A is the correct answer. So question number 20, when the other points are wrong, you should know whether what is the correct answer for that. I already told you for points from B to D, what are all the correct answers that is shown in the PowerPoint presentation also. So question number 20, answer is A. Yesterday itself we saw, sir. Again, question number 21, doorstep banking. Which is the odd man out? Which is the odd man out in respect of doorstep banking in our bank as detailed in HO Circular 246/2024, reproduced in 712/2024, the 712 after your exam last year, then policy 81/2025. Minimum and maximum cash withdrawal permitted per request is rupees 1,000, which is odd man out. Okay, 1,000 rupees 1,000 maximum amount of funds transfer. So minimum is 1,000 and maximum is 10,000 funds cash withdrawal. Correct. Maximum amount of funds transfer permitted per day is 25,000. Correct. Maximum amount of cash deposit per day is 5,000. I told you as on date under the doorstep banking, we don't have the facility of depositing the cash. So which is the odd man out? Let us see any other odd man out is there. Bank is offering 7 pickup and 5 delivery services. That is also correct. So bank is offering, when you go through the circular, if you can find out, bank is offering 7 pickup and 5 delivery services. That is also correct. Charges will be 75 per request, and for senior citizens of 75 years and above. Senior citizens here means not 60 years and above. Senior citizen here means it is 75 years and above. So request for senior citizen of 75 years and above, charges waived up to 3 requests per customer per month. That is also correct. So here all the points are correct. These 2 points are not there in my PowerPoint presentation. Now I have given in the form of the question paper. So that is, a bank is offering 7 pickup and 5 delivery services. That is correct. Maximum amount of cash deposit per day is 5,000. No, there is no facility introduced by the bank so far. Then that is for senior citizen, 3 requests per month is free of charge. Beyond 3 requests only 75 rupees to be taken. And the senior citizen means person who is the age of 75 years and above. So which is the odd man out? For this question, your odd man out should be point number C. Point number C. Question number 21, your answer should be point number C. Question number 22. Okay, sir. So question number 22, I think there is no PowerPoint presentation. We will quickly go through. Question number 22, that is the maximum permitted timeline for completion of mandatory visit report and uploading the application selfies to the CPS. You know, no, before opening the current account. So the bank officials have to visit the customer's place, take a photograph, take a selfie, etc., and they have to upload in the CPH. The maximum permitted timeline for completion of mandatory visit report and uploading the application selfies to the CPH at the time of opening the current account is T plus day basis as per HO Circular 734/2024. T being the date of application received at the branch. Answer should be T plus 2 days. T plus 2 days. Okay, question number 22, answer is T plus 2 days. Then question number 23, which is not correct. So which is the odd man out, which is incorrect, anything which is not correct with regard to activation of inoperative account as per HO Circular 817/2024. Reactivation reactivation of inoperative account to be attended by all branches, including non-home branches, and branch maker checker will be scale 1 and above. Point number B, branches to upload the reactivation request letter to the customer and one valid OVD, reactivation request of the customer, and one valid, officially valid document to CPH. Point number C, if re-KYC is pending, branches to first update re-KYC in straight-through process, re-KYC package, and proceed to change the account status in the new package. Point number D, if OVD is present in the account is Aadhaar, maker has to do Aadhaar OTP biometric authorization. Point number E, all reactivated accounts from inoperative to operative are subject to concurrent audit, and the cooling period of 4 hours is required for transaction up to rupees 50,000 and 24 hours beyond, that is 50,000, 24 hours beyond 24 hours, that is up to 50,000, 4 hours, and 24 hours beyond 50,000 in the reactivated accounts. So as per that circular, 8.1 shows all the points in that circular I have brought. I have not made a separate presentation. So reactivation inoperative account to be attended by all branches, including non-home branch. That is correct. So reactivation, the branch maker checker should be scale 1 and above. So CSAs cannot be entrusted with that maker checker concept over there. Branches to upload the reactivation request letter from the customer along with one officially valid document to CPH. That is also correct. If re-KYC is pending, that has to be got done. Through which package it has to be got done is also correct. Point number C is also correct. Point number D. So what is the point number D? If OVD present in the account is Aadhaar, then Aadhaar OTP biometric authorization to be done. That is also correct. Point number E, all reactivated accounts are subject to concurrent audit. That is also correct. And the cooling period of 4 hours is required for transaction up to 50,000 and 24 hours beyond 50,000 is not correct. So which is not correct, which is an odd man out as per that circular. All these points are in the circular, including the concurrent audit. But what is one point is that irrespective of the amount, in the reactivated accounts, so transactions can be done after a cooling period of 24 hours. So only for your net that is what you call it as net banking or all-in-one up to 50,000 4 hours, beyond 4 hours, balance amount you can do up to 24 hours. But with regard to inoperative accounts reactivated as operative account, minimum cooling period of 24 hours is required before doing any amount of transaction in that account. HO Circular 817/2024. So which is not correct here. Sorry. So here, point number E is not correct. Point number E is not correct. 23. 24. As per HO Circular 744/2024, read along with 3/2023, what is the charge to be collected? A lot of customer complaints started coming to the bank. At the time of reactivating account from inoperative to operative, bank is collecting service charges. So bank has issued a circular 744/2024 after your last exam. As per HO Circular, read along with what is the charge to be collected at the time of conversion of accounts from inoperative to operative status. There are no charges to be collected. Nil. Question number 24. Answer is no charges, nil charges. Question number 25. So, bank has introduced that is penalty for non-maintaining balance for drawdown purpose. So, HO Circular 751/2024 introduced by the bank. There are few points in that circular which I made in the form of instead of making a presentation. So, wherever I have not made a presentation, wherever more points were there in that circular, I brought in the form of questions. There I have covered most of the correct points. Some one wrong point, which I am telling the correct answer also. Okay. Bank has introduced drawdown failure charges with effect from 1/11/2024 as per HO Circular 751/2024. What is correct with regard to this? What is correct? Okay, which is in that circular. Applicable for existing as well as for new term loans. Then new term loans to be charged to borrowers, SB and current account linked to the loan account, EMI is not collected in full on the first instance of monthly due date, that is one time in a month, rupees 100 plus GST. Customers with income salary getting credited in their bank loan account, that will be in the bank and loan account with us, are required to register NACH, or to expand the NACH, National Automatic Clearing House mandate towards the loan accounts to avoid drawdown failure charges. Okay. One-time NACH mandate registration charge is rupees 150 plus GST, not applicable to staff loans and gold loans. So which is correct with regard to this? That is a question. Question number 25 we are seeing which is correct with regard to this. So point number A, 1 to 5 all are correct. So point number B, except 4 all are correct. Point number C, 5 is not correct. Point number 2, 2 to 5 all are correct. Point number 2, 2 is no point. Sorry, E is that is 2 is not correct. So the question is which is correct? Here all the points are in this circular. So point number A, 1 to 5 all are correct. 1 to 5 all are correct. All these points are in this HO circular. So when they give this type of combinations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and A, B, C, D, we stuck up there because time is taking to compare and see the answers and comparisons, options given and tick the correct answer. Okay, sir. So here, as per the circular 751/2024, all these things are correct with regard to, that is, drawdown charges, which are failure of the drawdown, what bank has to charge to the customer's account. So all are correct. So 1 to 5 all are correct. Question number 25 answer is A. Question number 26. As per HO circular 754/2024, you may think, what is this 24 circular this man is discussing? These circulars are issued by the bank after your exam last year. For example, last time when people went for that is 3 to 4 exam. So we are talking about the valuation report, no valuation discussion 211/2025. Last time when the exam was conducted for 4 to 5, the valuation consolidation circular was 801/2023. From there questions have come. That 801 was issued after the 2022 exam was over. So there is a possibility. So questions may come. As per HO circular 754/2024, what is the charge to be paid for empaneled agencies who does mandatory physical verification for opening the current account? So what is the charges we are paying, sir? Rupees 250 plus GST. Rupees 250 is the charges which we are paying to the 250 rupees which you are paying to the empaneled agencies, and the charges are to be borne by the bank, and the charges not to be debited to the customer's account, and it has to be borne by the bank. So for question number 26, answer is rupees 250. What is the name of the variant credit card? What new variant credit card introduced by our bank? So this year, so after this 770 or subsequent onwards, many circulars have come related to changes with the credit card. Many changes have come with regard to the credit card. All the circulars and questions I have covered here. Anyhow, in the digital banking policy consolidated circular also you can go through. So I have covered up to July what all the changes that has come in the credit card also. Okay. What is the question number 27? What is the name of the new credit card, new variant of credit card introduced by our bank, which HO circular 770/2024? Let us see the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, the name of the card is Visa Signature Credit Card. The name of the card is Visa Signature Credit Card. So the network, so presently we are having under MasterCard, Standard, Gold, Platinum and World. And under Visa we have Classic, Gold, Platinum and Corporate. Under Rupiah we have Classic, Platinum and Select. Now under Visa, we are another category has been introduced, which is called Signature Credit Card. So Visa Signature Credit Card. So these are all the network. Under the network, as on date, we have coverage under 3 or 4. That is these types of credit card variant. Now bank has introduced a new credit card variant under Visa, which is called Visa Signature Credit Card, HO circular 770/2024. So these things you should know. These network also should know. They may give which does not match correctly under Visa. So they may bring standard because standard is not here. You see under Visa. So under MasterCard there is no corporate. They may bring under MasterCard corporate. So which does not match correctly. That is why this side and this side you should know. Then, so I have given the features of the Visa signature credit card 770/2024 since newly introduced. Probable questions were there. So now Canara Bank. So earlier those categories were there, which I showed you on the previous slide. Now bank has introduced Canara Visa signature credit card. Minimum and maximum credit limits are rupees 1.50 lakhs and maximum 50 lakhs. Minimum threshold transactions for waiver of inactivity fee is rupees 2 lakhs. So we have to do a threshold, a minimum transaction in a financial year, that is 2 lakhs, to avoid inactivation fee. Otherwise, inactivity fee of rupees 1,000 plus GST will be charged to the customer's account. So domestic airport 3 free launch access per quarter, and international airport one free launch access quarter per quarter. Interchange income earned by the bank, by customers using the card will be 2.24% on the transaction amount. 2.24% on the transaction amount. So what is the question here, sir? That is question number 27. So that these are all the points available in the Visa signature card. So Visa signature card. So first I explained to you what is the present network and what is the credit card variant we are having. And now we introduce new Visa signature credit card. The probable questions from that slide is which is an odd man out, So the features of the Visa signature credit card is given: minimum and maximum card limit, and then minimum threshold limit of transaction, inactivation fee if it is not done, the free launches are given, interchange income earned will be 2.24% on the transaction amount. Now let's go to the question, sir. Let's go to the question. Any question is there? Okay. As per what is the name of the new variant credit card introduced by your bank by HO Circular 770/2024? Canara Visa Signature Credit Card. Answer for the question is Canara Visa Signature Credit Card. Then let us see. What is BAMS package or expand BAMS package? All of you are aware, it is biometric attendance marking system package. Biometric attendance marking system package, BAMS package. Question number 29. So what is the odd man with regard to filing complaint with law enforcement agencies as per HO Circular 818/2024? So friends, that is now I think that is you would have gone through about the fraud risk management policy of the bank, and then red flagged account policy of the bank, timelines given by the government, timelines given by the bank to lodge the complaints with various authorities. So with regard to that, so we are going to see 2-3 PowerPoint presentation and probable questions from that. Okay, let us see the presentation. Now, time now for fraud classification as per HO Circular 818/2024 and then 244/2025. Reporting suspected frauds related to the credit matters to be reported to whom? Recovery, Legal and Fraud Prevention Wing within 24 hours of deduction. These time norms, these timelines, stat is very important. Questions may come. With regard to non-credit suspected fraud reporting to TM Vertical Operation Wing within 24 hours of deduction. So from which time it has to be reported, within how much time it has to be reported, to whom it has to be reported, and what is the type of fraud that has happened. So any possibility will come. And that is stick an odd man out. So which is correct, which is incorrect. So from the time of deduction. Then reporting of cases of theft, burglary, robbery, and dacoity, TBRD. The short form for theft, burglary, robbery, and dacoity is TBRD. So it has to be reported to TM Vertical Operations Wing within 24 hours of occurrence. You see here, I underlined also 24 hours of occurrence. These two are 24 hours of deduction. Intimation to ordering internal investigation. So ordering internal investigation in HO Circular 181/2024, it was made as 24 hours, but in 244/2025, it was made as 72 hours. Since 244/2020 is latest circular, I have made this as the answer here. Intimation for order internal investigation within 72 hours of deduction of the fraud. intimation to insurance company within 72 hours of the receipt of information about the suspected fraud. Completion of the internal investigation within 30 days from the date of assignment, it has to be completed. Submission of the circle views within 15 days from the date of receipt of the investigation. These are all the internal things. Within 15 days from the date of receipt of the investigation report, submission of the circle view to go to concerned people in head office, placing the matter by head office before fraud analysis recommending committee, FARC, expand FARC. So fraud analysis recommending committee within 15 days from the receipt of the circle views. Okay, this is a time norm for once a suspected fraud is detected. So this is a time norm that the bank has to take a decision within these time norms, turnaround time given over that. So issue of show cause notice to the concern, either to the borrower or to whomsoever involved in the fraud within 7 days from the date of orders of the FARC, to be replied by the concerned person within 21 days. Submission of supplementary views after the show cause notice is issued. So get a reply and then a supplementary note to be issued, placed to FARC within 30 days from the date of issuance of the show cause notice. Classification of suspected fraud as fraud or not. This is very important, sir. So once we suspect an account as a fraud, so within 6 months, of that is detection of the fraud, the final decision has to be taken. So first, let us assume, so timelines are given. So that is an account is a suspected fraud is noticed. So bank has come to a conclusion, it is a suspected fraud. A final decision is not taken. Once it is decided by the appropriate authority as a suspected fraud, if it is a credit related matter, it has to be red flagged. It has to be red flagged in the website of Reserve Bank of India, CRILIC, Central Repository of Information on Large Credits. All exposures of 3 crores and above. Please note it again. All exposures of 3 crores and above, either that is sole banking or multiple banking or consortium. So exposure, if we have anything over there, all exposures of 3 crores and above, if any suspected fraud is noticed, and if the bank says that this is the suspected, what is the timeline? Bank has to decide it is a suspected fraud, I have told you. Once bank has come to a conclusion it is a suspected fraud, in the CRILIC side, it has to be red flagged. We call it as a red flagged account. So when it is red flagged in the CRILIC website of RBI, people will come to know there is a suspected fraud in this account. It is not yet finalized whether it is a fraud or not fraud. Once an account is having a suspected fraud, and after all the things are over, if it is red flagged in the CRILIC side, so after red flagging in the CRILIC website, within 6 months from the date of red flagging in the that is CRILIC website, bank has to classify it as a fraud in the CRILIC website or withdraw the red flag from that. So within 6 months of that is whatever the deduction, finally suspected fraud deduction, within 6 months it has a final conclusion to be taken whether it is a fraud account or a no fraud account. If it is not fraud, the red flag has to be removed. So classification of the suspected fraud as fraud or not within 6 months from the date of red flagging the account, which is what is a red flagging in account? So all exposures of 30 million and above, exposures of 3 crores and above, whenever a fraud is suspected is taken place, the account has to be red flagged in the CRILIC website of RBI. What is CRILIC? Central Repository of Information on Large Credits. Filing of complaint with law enforcement authority. So these things within internal and we have done. Then filing of complaint with the law enforcement authority. Within 48 hours of detection of the suspected fraud with the state police if amount is up to 6 crores. Within 3 months from the date of classification of fraud with the CBI for rupees 6 crores and above. You see the wordings here. Within 48 hours of deduction of the suspected fraud, so we are not yet finalized whether it is a fraud or not. In spite of that, if the amount is that is less than 6 crores, within 48 hours of deduction of the suspected fraud, it has to be reported to the concerned state police. And then when it has to be reported to CBI, amounts of 6 crores and above only to be reported to CBI. Whether immediately it has to be reported within 48 hours of suspected fraud or within 48 hours of suspected fraud, no. So you see, so exposure of that is 6 crores and above where a fraud has taken place within 3 months from the date of classification as fraud. I told you, no, within 6 months we have to classify the account suspected fraud as fraud or no fraud. So after classifying the account as fraud or no fraud, within 6 months we have to do. So whenever we classify the account as fraud or no fraud, then immediately within 3 months from the date of classification, within 3 months we have time. After classifying the account finally as a fraud or no fraud, so within 3 months from the date of classification as fraud, those accounts to be reported to CBI when the amount involved is 6 crores and above. So reporting to RBI within 14 days of classification. When the account is classified as fraud, within 14 days you have to report to RBI. When the account is classified as fraud, within 3 months you have to report to CBI. When you find out a suspected fraud, within 48 hours you have to lodge a complaint with the local police, state police, when the amount is less than 6 crores. Then reporting cases of TBRD. So what is TBRD? We saw in the earlier slide. Immediately all those cases to be reported, burglary or robbery or dacoity, etc. Immediately, theft, etc. Immediately, but not later than 7 days from the date of occurrence. Okay, this is with regard to informing the external authorities. Up to the previous points we saw, these are all the timelines given for the bank to do internal investigation and doing the red flagging or removing from the red flag. Okay, so then other points, important points, views of the FARC, okay, to be placed before executive director for final decision to classify an account as a fraud and permit to report to RBI for amounts involving less than 6 crores. So I told you amounts involving less than 6 crores to be cases to be reported to the state police. Now that is views. Then whether it is a fraud account or no fraud account less than 6 crores, who has to take a decision in the bank? So the FARC committee will place to the executive director. On the other hand, if the amount involved in the fraud is 6 crores and above, it has to be placed to MD and CEO and his permission is to be obtained. Okay, cases of attempted fraud need not be reported to RBI or they need not be reported to RBI. But all attempted cases of fraud involving an amount of rupees 1 crore and above, 100 lakhs and above, to be placed before special committee of the board for monitoring and follow-up cases of fraud. So SCBMF, they may ask SCBMF, expand the SCBMF with regard to fraud as per HO Circular 81F/824. So all attempted cases of fraud need not be reported to RBI, but that has to be reported to. And if the amount is 1 crore and above, a note has to be placed to this committee, SCBMF, Special Committee of Fraud by the monitoring by the board. Then red flagged accounts, so NPA accounts and SMA2 accounts with exposure of 25 crores and above are subject to forensic audit on a case-to-case basis. What is a red flagged account? I told you, no, all exposures of 2 crores and 3 crores and above. If there is a suspected fraud and bank has found out if there is a suspected fraud, it has to be reported, it has to be red flagged in the CLIC website. So all the accounts wherever it has been red flagged, whether it is an NPA or not NPA, all red flagged accounts, whether it is NPA or non-NPA, and then SMA2 accounts. SMA2 accounts, if in all the cases, if the exposure is 25 crores and above, bank has to go in for forensic audit on a case-to-case basis. Then I told you. Now I told you about the law enforcement authority, which things to be referred lodged with the state police and which one to be lodged by the that is CBI. Now, what is the quantum? So, what is the quantum? State police, various authorities are there. In CBA, to whom that is we have to lodge the complaint. Amount of fraud above 10,000 but below 1 lakh. If the staff involvement of the bank is noticed, then it has to be lodged, complaint to be lodged with the local police station of that is local state police to be lodged by the branch in charge after getting permission from appropriate authority. If the amount involved is 1 lakh and above, but below rupees 6 crores, so involving outsiders and bank stock, it has to be lodged again with the state police, because 6 crores and above only to go to CBI. To the state police, state CID, economic offences wing of the state concerned, to be lodged by the RO head, executives not below the rank of the AGM. If the amount involved is 6 crores and above, finally bank has found out that fraud is involved, amount involved is 6 crores and above, it has been classified as fraud by the FARC committee after getting permission from the MD and CEO. Then you have to report to fraud to CBI within how many months? Within 3 months of classifying the account as fraud. Within 3 months of classifying the account as fraud, then by getting permission from the MD and CEO, a complaint to be lodged with the CBI. Then which CBI is having throughout India various offices. The which office of the CBI complaint to be lodged and who has to lodge the complaint. So to be lodged with head of the zone, banking security, BS stands for banking security and fraud zone. So banking security and fraud zone, CBI New Delhi, to be lodged by the circle head. Or the complaint to be lodged by the circle head. So amount involved less than 10,000 involving bank officials, circle to take a decision to report this as a fraud or not. The complaint, so the complaint which is we are going to lodge with the CBI, so to be necessarily vetted by somebody in the bank. So if that is, the complaint shall be drafted properly and invariably be vetted by legal section, recovery, legal and fraud prevention wing, for cases below 50 crores, and by vigilance wing for the cases involving rupees 50 crores and above before filing with the CBI. Okay, sir, these are all the time norms given for, that is lodging the complaint with regard to internal this one and external. Let us see the question now. Let us see the question. You get an answer, some answer for that. Question number 29. What is odd man? What is odd man with regard to filing complaint with law enforcement agencies? What is the odd man with regard to filing complaint with law enforcement agencies as per HO Circular 81 by 2024? So which is not correct? The question is which is not correct? Question number 29 we are seeing. Within 48 hours of detection of suspected fraud, wherever complaint to be lodged with the state police. When the complaint to be lodged with the state police, when the amount is less than 6 crores. Within how much time? Within 48 hours of detection of the suspected fraud. We saw in the table. Point number 2. Within 24 hours detection of the suspected fraud, wherever the complaint to be filed with CBI. No, that is not correct. No. When you will complain with the supply back, when you will complain, lodge the complaint, when the amount is involved above 6 crores and above. Then what is the timeline? Within 3 months of, that is taking a decision that it is the 3 months of classifying the account as fraud. So we have to report to CBI. Okay, after getting permission MD and CEO. So point number 2 is the odd man out. Point number 3, within 14 days from the date of classification as fraud with RBI. That is correct. TBRD cases to RBI immediately, and in any case not later than 7 days from the date of occurrence. That is also correct. So here point number 2 only is not correct. Okay, now what is options? 1, 2, 3, 4 is given option. So which is odd man? 1 to 4 all. No, it is not correct. Point number B, 2 is the odd man out. Yes, 2 is the odd man out. C, 1 is not the odd man. D, 4 is not the odd man. E, 1 to 4 none. So none of them are not odd man. No, that is also not correct. Answer is, so 2, the correct answer for that is within 3 months from the date of classification of the account as fraud, it has to be reported to CBI. So after getting permission from the MD and CEO, if the amount is less than 50 crores, it has to be vetted by legal department of R&P and F wing. If the amount is above 50 crores, it has to be vetted by the vigilance wing. Okay. Question number 30. Bank should subject the title deeds and other documents in respect of all credit exposures of rupees dash crores and above to periodic legal audit and re-verification of the title deeds with the relevant authorities as part of regular audit exercise till the loan stands fully repaid. So, in our bank, this is called a legal audit. So at the time of regular inspection, wherever the exposures are 5 crores and above, so when the title deeds or when the properties are mortgaged to the loan loan, either prime security or collateral security, during the time of RBIA, a legal audit will be conducted. During the legal audit, so another panel advocate has to give a fresh LSR, the property to be visited by the inspecting officials, and the certificate has to be given. So the exposure is, this is RBI guidelines, we are implementing as legal audit in our bank. The exposure is 5 crores and above. Question number 30, answer is 5 crores and above. Question number 31. As per HO Circular 224/2025, the threshold limit for early warning signal and red flagged account is an exposure of, I told you, that is exposure of rupees 3 crores and above, or we can say 30 million and above. So 3 crores and above we can say, or we can also say 30 million and above. So 10 lakhs is equal to 1 million. All of you are aware, 10 lakhs is equal to 1 million. So RBI circulars, if you go through, they call it as million. Even in our bank circulars, sometimes they use the word millions or trillions, etc. So I have given you rupees dash million and above. It is 30 million and above or 3 crores and above. Question number 31, answer is 3 crores or 30 million. So this is given in HO Circular 224/2025, which is incorrect guideline with regard to lodging complaint with law enforcement authority in respect of fraud as per HO Circular 244/2025. Above rupees 10,000 but below rupees 1 lakh and only staff is involved to be lodged with the state police and local police station by the branch. Rupees 1 lakh and above but below rupees 6 crores involving general public and staff to be lodged with the state CAD economic offences wing of the state police and to be lodged by the RO head or executive not below the rank of AGM. Point number C. Rupees 6 crores and above to be lodged with the zonal head of the Banking Security and Fraud Prevention Zone, CBI New Delhi, to be lodged by the circle head. Filing of complaints with CBA to be vetted by legal section RLPF wing for cases below 50 crores and by vigilance wing for cases 50 crores and above, and permission from ED to be obtained, which is incorrect. Here all the points are correct. You see, for reporting the fraud to CBI, 6 crores and above, all the frauds of 6 crores and above, within 3 months of declaring it as a fraud to be reported to CBI, permission from MD and CEO to be obtained. So if it is 50 crores, less than 50 crores, get the vetting. Above 50 crores, get the vetting from the concerned authority. Get the permission from the MD and CEO, and it has to be lodged with the CBI, with this particular CBI office. So it has to be permission to be obtained by MD and CEO. If it is less than 6 crores only, so to report it as a fraud to RBI, ED's permission is required. Answer is, which is incorrect. Question number 32. Point number that is what is the point number D? Filing of complaint with the CBI to be vetted by legal section R&LF wing for cases below 6 crores and vigilance wing for cases or below 50 crores and vigilance wing for cases 50 crores and above, and permission from ED. No, it is permission from MD and CEO is required. Point number D is incorrect. Point number D is the odd man out. Point number B is not correct. It is an incorrect. Point number D. 33. What is not correct with regard to Canara, with regard to revamped Canara privilege as per HO Circular 825/2024? We had earlier Canara privilege account. Now the same Canara privilege account has been revamped and some changes have come in HO Circular 825/2024. So what are those points? Let's see the PowerPoint presentation, because it's a new product introduced by the bank under the general matters. So I made a presentation over there. Revamped premium current account variant 825/2024. The earlier circular, that is the premium current account, was 164/2024. Now it is revamped after your last exam in 825/2024. What are all the modifications that has taken place? So cash handling charges, it is nil per rupees 1 lakh per day. Beyond rupees 1, beyond rupees 1 lakh per day, rupees 1 per 1,000, minimum rupees 100, maximum rupees 5,000 per transaction. Debit card, MasterCard bold with additional features will be issued. So point of sales terminal, rent waived for 1 POS. MDR, merchant charges are there, no interchange charges. 25% concession is given. SMS charges are nil. The product code for that Canara revamped privilege current account is 1662. The earlier product for Canara, that is the normal premium current account variant was 214. For the revamped variant, it is 1662. Quarterly average balance to be maintained rupees 1 lakh and above. Account closed before 1 year of opening, rupees 2000 plus GST will be charged. Name printed charges, name printed checks up to 500 check leaves per year free will be given. Okay, sir, let's quickly go through the that is question with regard to Canara revamped account. Any question comes, you should be able to answer. Question number 33. What is not correct with regard to revamped Canara privilege as per HO Circular 825/2024? Cash handling charges at the rate of rupees 1 per 1000 for remittances in excess of rupees 1 lakh per day, minimum rupees 100, maximum rupees 5000 per transaction, rent waived for one POS terminal, 25% concession in applicable MDR charges, that is also given, free SMS charges. Product code is 214. No, the product code which we already seen is not 214. It is the product code is 1662. So this product code is not for the revamped Canara privilege. It is for the normal Canara privilege account. Now that we have gone into the revamped, the product code is 1662. So which is not correct? Answer E is not correct. Then bank has introduced a new variant point of sale titled Canara Bank Soft POS. Okay, Canara Bank Soft POS. Software point of expansion for soft POS. Software point is software point of sale. Software point of sale POS, which requires no physical POS to member establishment, as application can be downloaded in Android mobile app. No separate machine is required. The standard monthly rent fixed for the soft POS is rupees dash per terminal ID. So what is the charges fixed is rupees 100 plus GST. The answer for the question is rupees 100 plus GST. Question number 34, rupees 100 plus GST. 35. What is the name of the new functionality introduced by the bank to register SIP mandate by using internet banking as per HO Circular 852/2024. So customers can lodge the SIP mandate through the new functionality. There is no need to give to the mutual funds to register the ECS mandate, etc. They themselves can lodge, they themselves can remove it on their own by the internet banking. They modify it, amount, everything, whatever they want to do. It is done, and this is done. The name of the new functionality introduced by the bank for the customer to register the SIP mandate or change the SIP mandate, etc. through internet banking as per HO Circular 852/2024. It is called ISIP. So I is small dash SIP. So the answer for question number 35 is A. I dash SIP. I is small. Okay, then. What is the name of the portal introduced by the bank as per HO Circular 853/2024 to lodge death claim by nominees, legal hair, online without visiting the branches? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think yesterday or day before yesterday, I also saw a consolidated circular or a consolidated guidelines issued by Reserve Bank of India on the death claim settlement and the delay notice in the banks. What is the penalty bank has to pay if the death claims are not settled within 15 days of customer giving all the details? Okay, I have not yet gone through the full circular. If time permits, you go through. Now, so from last 2-3 years onwards, bank has introduced a guideline stating that the death claim, either by the legal heirs or by the nominees, not to be processed manually at the branch level. So customers have to lodge it through a portal available in the web portal, and then branch has to process it under the SAS portal. If the customer brings all the documents to the bank physically, bank has to guide them appropriate portal. Through that only it has to be lodged, and physically it will not be handled by the branches. Okay, that is the guideline given by the bank, given by the RBI also. Accordingly, in our bank, for processing at the branch level, the SAS package is there. Similarly, customers has to log in to a particular portal of Canara Bank. There, they have to give the details of the death claim application, whether nominee or legal card, and they have to upload all the documents. Okay, once it uploaded, so there is a alert comes to the branches has to process it, and if anything is required further, they can ask the customer. Once everything has come to the branch is satisfied that they got all the details, and then they should then they should process it, and they should make it ready for paying the amount to the legal guards or nominee within 15 days. Then they will ask the nominee legal guard to come verify the original documents what being uploaded. Then they have to settle the debt claim. That is, in short, that is a procedure adopted by the bank. There is no manual intervention until otherwise finally at the time of payment. So what is the name of the portal introduced by the bank for the customers, for the legal guards, for the nominees to lodge the debt claim? That is a question now. What is the name of the portal introduced by the bank as per HO Circular 853/2024 to lodge a debt claim by nominees, legal guards online without visiting the branch? Even if they visit the branch, we have to tell them to lodge it online only. Death claim portal, SAS DCS package, death claims web portal, none of these. The answer for the question is none of these. Question number 36, answer is D. Then what is the name of the portal? Question number 36, what is the name of the portal? Please note it down. The name of the portal is DCS web portal. The name of the portal is DCS web portal. So DCS web portal is not available in your option. So correct option is DCS web portal. For the branch staff, the package is called SAS DCS package. For the customers, it is DCS web portal. Okay, question number 36. As per HO Circular 854/2024, what is the timeline to report a red flagged account to RFA to Cyrillic platform of RBI? Let us see whether any PowerPoint presentation I have made over there. Otherwise, we'll straight away go to the question. It is here, sir. Yearly warning signals modification 893/2024. Early warning signals modifications 893/2024 to 224/2025. So very important. So both the what we saw with regard to fraud reporting time long, very important. I think Ravi Kumar would have discussed with you in the fraud risk management policy when he has covered it. Then this is also important, the early warning signal. So what is an early warning signal? What is the exposure to identify an account having early warning signal? Exposure of 30 million and above, or rupees 3 crores and above. So those accounts only suspected fraud, it has to be red flagged in the credit platform. What is the timeline given? We are going to see some changes have come. Risk management group, RMGCO. Risk management, there is a group or a committee at the circle level called Risk Management Group Committee at the circles to meet fortnightly instead of monthly. Whenever suspected frauds are noticed, this committee has to give the view to the circle, so the head office. So Risk Management Group Committee, RMGCO. So as per HO Circular 893/2024, again reproduced in 224/2025. So 244/2025 is the fraud risk, and 224/2025 is the yearly warning signal. Okay, so the earlier it was monthly. The periodicity of the meeting of the risk management group CO committee at circle is monthly. Now it is modified to fortnightly. So changes will come. To analyze the alerts and provide information as under. Many alerts are created, no? Your OMR section or whatever section you are having. Branches also will escalate some alerts. So those alerts, if the exposure is 5 crores and 3 crores and above, it has to be whether it has to be red flagged to click or not. First, a decision to be taken. So within how many days we have to take a decision whether it is to be red flagged or not. Once it is red flagged in the click, within 6 months of red flagging, we have to decide whether it is a fraud account or no fraud account. That is a guideline, sir. Okay. So now, so risk management group at circles to meet fortnightly instead of monthly to analyze the alerts and provide information as under. Escalate the alerts to the respect of borrowers with exposure of rupees 3 crores and above to respective credit wings as RFA or not RFA. So now that is alerts are there. So the risk management group or circles have to meet once in 15 days, analyze the alerts and they have to escalate to the respective credit beings who have sanctioned the loan, under whose purview the loans are coming, to the respective credit beings, whether it is a red flagged account or a not red flagged account. Again, I'm repeating. So red flagging an account is important if the exposure is 3 crores and above. The exposure may be from a sole bank or from a multiple bank or from a consortium of bankers. So if the exposure to a party is 3 crores and above, it has to be red flagged by the bank, which has found out some alerts where that is early warning signals or notice suspected fraud. Within how much time it has to be red flagged? Who has to analyze it and give a conclusion, give permission to red flag that account in the Acrylic platform or RBI? Once it is red flagged in the Acrylic platform of RBI, within 6 months of red flagging, a bank has to take a decision whether it is a fraud account or no fraud account. If it is no fraud, the red flagging has to be removed. If it is fraud, then within 15 days of classifying the account as fraud, it has to be reported to RBI. Why it is to be reported to RBI within 15 days of classifying the account as fraud? If it is not so any account as classified as fraud by the bank, it has to be reported to RBI within 15 days. First red flag it. What is the time norm? Once you red flag it, then decide about a fraud or fraud within 6 months. Once you decide it as a fraud, then within 15 days of deciding it as a fraud, you have to inform to RBI. The questions may come, why you have to inform to RBI within 15 days of deciding a red flagged account as a fraud account? Because we know once an account is classified as fraud, bank has to keep 100% provision for that account. Whether the 100% provision has to be kept immediately, let's assume there is a fraud of 100,000 crores in a bank. Whether the 1,000 crores provision can be kept in one stage or it can be kept spread it various times. If the bank followed the time norms like red flagging the account and deciding whether it is a fraud or no fraud, and if it is fraud, reporting to RBI within 15 days of classifying it as fraud, if these time norms are implemented, then Reserve Bank will give time to classify, to keep provision for the 1,000 crores of fraud in 4 quarters. In 4 equally they can keep. If the bank is not following the time norm, then immediately if the RBI finds out the time norm is not implemented or the bank has delayed, then bank has to keep the provision immediately in one go. The provision is 100% on the account, even though securities are there. That is why the time norm has to be followed. Okay, so risk management group circles first to decide, analyze their report, alerts, and they have to take a call whether it is a fraud, that is red flagging the account, or you need not red flag the account. Exposure is 3 crores and above, sole banking, multiple banking, or consortium of bankers. To recommend NPA accounts, so first they have to see this, and then some of the accounts will have become NPA already. So to recommend the NPA accounts of 3 crores and above, up to inclusive of 25 crores as red flag or not red flag, they have to recommend it to RL and AFP. That is a recovery, legal and fraud prevention wing. Above 25 crores to stressed asset management wing. Again, I repeat. So monthly, instead of monthly meeting, the risk management group committee group in the circle has to be meet once fortnightly. What they have to do, they have to analyze the alert of the existing accounts, any exposure of 3 crores and above, whether these accounts to be classified as red flagged or not. They should also analyze the NPA accounts, recently slipped NPA, etc., once again, and they have to see if it is 3 crores and above up to 25 crores, whether the account to be red flagged or not. If that is the case, so the 3 crores and above all the accounts other than NPA, 3 crores and above to be red flagged or not, they have to recommend to the respective credit wing. If the exposure is 3 crores and above up to 25 crores, if it is an NPA account, it has to be red flagged. It has to be recommended to RLPF, RL and FPB. If the exposure is above 3 crores, up to that is above 25 crores, and if it is an NPA account, that is whether it has to be red flagged or not, it has to be referred to by the circle RMG to recommend to STAN wing, stressed asset management wing. Then minutes of the RMG CBOA, risk management group committee circle to be sent to early warning signal sections TM vertical within 3 days of the succeeding. So time norms are given. If bank follows the time norm, then only finally it is found out as a fraud, everything reported to RBI, keeping it as provision in one go or 4 quarterly intervals will be permitted by RBI. So fortnightly meeting, take a decision on the account, live accounts 3 crores and above, respective credit wing. So NPA accounts 3 crores and above, up to 25 crores, RL and FP wing. So above 25 crores, NPA accounts, stress management wing. Circle RMG group has to give a call, whether it is a RFA account or no RFA. You need not red flag the account. So when the report has to be sent within 3 days of the succeeding fortnightly meeting. So 3 days of the succeeding fortnight, the report has to go to RM, the circle. So to the early morning signal section, TM vertical within 3 days. Wings to send recommendations of an account as RFA or not RFA. So some of the account we are recommending to circle, minutes to the credit wing. Circle RMG group will recommend to RLPF wing, then all they will recommend to SAM wing depending upon the quantum of that account, isn't it? So when the recommendation goes to the respective credit wings, then within 3 days of the receipt of the intimation from the circle, then the wing has to give its view to RFA HO committee. So earlier, we were not having this RFA HO committee, red flagged account HO committee. Earlier, we had RMG HO committee. Circle, we are having RMG CO committee. No, before the circular 893 or 24 was introduced, we were not having an RFA HO committee. We were having only RMG HO committee and fraud management committee HO. These two committees are merged and a new committee called RFA HO committee formed. So this committee also has to meet periodically. So RMG group committee CO will analyze 3 crores and above live accounts, NPA accounts 3 crores and above up to 25 crores and above. So red flagged or not flagged, they got to inform the respective credit wing, or they got to inform the RL and FP wing, or they got to inform the SAM wing. So once it goes there, within 3 days of the succeeding fortnight, the report has to go. Then within 3 days of the receipt of the report from the credit wing or whichever wing is concerned, they have to inform the that is RFA HO committee within 3 days of received from the circle, along with the recommendation to classify it as a RFA account or not RFA account, red flagging. It has to go to RFA HO committee. The periodicity like CMG HO committee, CO committee, the RFA HO committee periodicity is meeting once in fortnight. So RMG CO earlier once in monthly, now it is made once in fortnight. RMG HO and the fraud management committee HO is merged into RFA HO committee. Okay, RFA HO committee convener is GM of transaction monitoring vertical. Members are that there are 12 wing heads or the members of the RFA HO committee. The quorum should be 6 members. It is mandatory for wing heads of RM wing has to mandatorily attend. So that is credit administration monitoring wing head also has to be there, and RL and FP wing also there. This is they are the must members, and 3 credit wings. Okay, 3 credit wings. So these people have to meet, and the quorum should be 6 members. And recommendations received from the circles, they have to analyze and they have to take a call. Respective credit wings which has recommended an account as RFA has to compulsorily attend it. So member quorum. Periodicity of the RFA HO committee is fortnightly to be when it was to be conducted. So it was to be conducted within 15 days of succeeding fortnight, that is on or before 30th day of the month for the first fortnight, and on or before 15th day of the succeeding month for the second fortnight. So one fortnight is over, within next 15 days the meeting has to be the meeting has to be conducted and they have to take a call. The committee will decide an account as RFA or not RFA within 30 days. So circle's recommendation has come. So within 15 days after the fortnight, once in fortnight they have to meet, and within 30 days, the RFA HO committee has to take a call whether it has to be red flagged account or it is not a red flagged account. Once identified as a red flagged account, it has to be reported to CRILIC, Central Repository of Information on Large Credits platform of RBI within 7 days of identification. The RFA to be classified as, once the account is red flagged in the CRILIC platform, the RFA, the red flagged account classification, finally, it has to be classified as fraud or otherwise within 6 months of classifying the account as the RFA, red flagged account. So these are all the timelines given by Reserve Bank of India for red flagging an account and then classifying as fraud or no fraud an account, then withdrawing from the red flagging or classifying as fraud and reporting to various authorities. Okay, these time norms, these things are very important. Let us quickly go through the question with regard to that. We will quickly go through the questions with regard to that. Okay, see question number 37, we are seeing, as per HO circular, question number 37, as per HO circular 854/2024, what is the timeline to report a red flagged account to credit platform of RBI? Answer A, within 7 days of declaring the account as red flagged account, within 7 days of declaring the account as red flagged account, within 24 hours of declaring the account as RFA, within 30 days of declaring the account as RFA, none of it. Within 7 days of declaring the account as RFA. Question number 37, answer is A. So RFA is very important, amount is important, time norms are important. To internally, what is the procedure to be done, what is the time norm to whom to be reported. The new committee, RFA HO committee, is also important because the fraud management committee and the risk management group HO merged into your RFA HO committee. Who are all the members? What is the number of quorum in that? Within how many days they have to take a call? Once they take a call, within 30 days they have to classify it as RFA or no RFA. Once it is classified as RFA, within 7 days of classifying the RFA, it has to be red flagged in the CRILIC platform of RBI. Okay, these questions are very important. Probable questions will be there. Question number 37, answer is A. Question number 38. What is the color of livery? So there is a change in the color of livery provided the women's sub-staff as per SO Circular 855/2024. Maybe for 0 to 1 who are writing the exam, and you should also know. Okay, so answer is, the correct answer for the question is either it is light blue color or ash gray color. So the color of the livery provided to women's sub-staff as SO Circular 855/2024, it underwent a change. It is either a light blue or ash gray. Question number 39. As per the revised scheme in HO Circular 860/2024, employees who successfully completed JAIIB CIB examination within first 2 consecutive attempts. Earlier it was only first attempt. So earlier they will give incentive from the bank or reimbursement of the exam fee, etc. They will get only if they complete it within first attempt. Now they give 2 consecutive first attempt, then immediately followed by another attempt. So within first two consecutive attempts, that is 1 June. So if they could not complete, in December they have to complete. Beyond December, no question. So June they have to get it, or December they have to complete it. So individuals, employees who successfully complete JABC exam within first 2 consecutive attempts shall be eligible for reimbursement of the exam fee as applicable to first attempt. So what is the amount of reimbursement? For GIB, for JAIIB, the amount is 4,000, and for CAIB, the amount is 5,000 rupees. So 4,000 and 5,000. First attempt also, they will get the 4,000, 5,000. Immediately in the second attempt, if they make first attempt, they could not make the consecutive 2 attempts. If they do it, they will also get for JAB 4,000 and CAB they will get for 5,000. In HO Circular 861/2024, Bank has introduced simplified national automatic clearinghouse e-mandate registration process by using last 4 digits of Aadhaar, last 5 digits of PAN, and customer ID for amount up to. So in this circular, what it is told, so customers have to lodge by themselves with this process by using the last 4 digits of Aadhaar number or last 5 digits of the PAN and customer ID. With all these 3 things, customers themselves can lodge, that is an NACH mandate for amounts up to what amount? 15,000 rupees. Okay, so this is important. Last 4 digits of Aadhaar, last 5 digits of PAN and customer ID, and the amount 15,000 is also important. All the 4 points are important. In any way, the question will come. Question number 40, answer is 15,000. Question number 41. Question number 41. Which is not correct for mobile banking for minors? Bank has introduced mobile banking facility for minor accounts. So 866/2024. For age group of 10 years to less than 14 years, non-financial transaction, and for 14 years to less than 18 years, both financial and non-financial transaction is permitted. Okay. That is minor can open the self-operating account if the age is 10 years and above. So minors, irrespective of the age up to 18 years, they can open the account operated by guardian. Okay, sir. So for age group of 10 years to less than 14 years, non-financial transaction is permitted, and for 14 years to less than 18 years, both non-financial and financial transactions are permitted. Financial transaction up to 5,000 rupees per day. Point number A is correct. Point number B. Point number B. Product codes are, for these product codes, they are eligible. 101, 108, 109, 120 and 128 are eligible. Activation mode is debit card or branch for age group to 10 to less than 14 years, and Aadhaar also. And besides this, for activation mode for these financial transactions or mobile banking, the activation code, they should have an active debit card. So activation mode is debit card, or if they want to do for the age group of less than 10 years to 14 years, and or that is either through branch, the activation code is debit card or branch. If they through the debit card they can do, or they can visit the branch and do for age group of 10 years to less than 14 years, and for age group of 14 to 80 years, either debit card or that by themselves or branch mode, and they can also use Aadhaar for age group 14 to 18 years. For this group, additional feature for activation mode, Aadhaar is also available. View balance, e-passbook, hello calendar, theme change, and languages change, and fraud reporting to bank and cyber cell. So fraud reporting to bank and cyber cell facilities available for the age of 14 years to 18 years, are the facilities available under non-financial transaction. So none of these. So which is not correct with regard to mobile banking application for minors? All are there in the circular. All are correct. Question number 41, answer is D. So go through the points again. So they may ask you anything, something. If they ask you which is correct, which is not correct, which is odd man out, if they change anything, something there, you should be able to answer. So none of these. It is a new that is product introduced for the minors of the bank. So we should be able to know it. None of these. Answer is all are correct. So none of these are not correct. All of them are correct. So question number 41, answer is D. To rank workman employee as superior in performance appraisal, as per HO Circular 875/2024, the employee should have got a mark of dash out of 100. Okay, this question once they asked it like that, so that's why I thought I can make it as a presentation also. Only one small side is there. Performance appraisal report for workmen, it is for the calendar year. For officers and above, it is a financial year. We have the APAR, and for that is workman employee, it is called performance appraisal report. So PAR, it is for the calendar year. APAR is open, whereas the performance appraisal report of the workman employee is a confidential report. It is for the calendar year, January to December. The process to be completed within 10 working days from the close of the calendar year. 10 working days from the close of the calendar year. That is a turnaround time. The range of marks on rating. If the mark is given 90 and above, it is called superior. 75 and above, below 90, very good. 60 and above, below 75, good. 40 and above to below 60, average. Below 40, it is below average. This is the that is a performance appraisal report calendar. Within 10 working days it has to be completed, and this is the mark ranking. So question number 42, to rank workman employee as superior in performance appraisal, as per HO Circular 875/2024, the employee should have got a mark of 90 out of 100. Okay, question number 42, 90 out of 100. Other marks also you should know. Then question number 43, expand BRE with regard to digital lending platform for employees loan sanction as per HO Circular 876/2024. So BRE expansion is business rule engine. Business rule engine, BRE expansion 876/2024. So the digital lending platform for employees of the bank for loan sanction, business rule engine. Okay, question number 44. What is the limit for amount being remitted on the basis of online form A2 as per HO Circular 877/2024? Answer is no limit. So a remittance based on the form A2 for that is outward remittances other than credit. We have for that we have imports export we have form A1. So clean remittances we have form A2. There is no limit. So if there has been changed 25,000, 10,000 and all were there. No, there is no limit as per HO Circular 877/2024. Then question number 45. Which is not correct with regard to Mediclaim policy and exclusive group health insurance product by Mrs. Tata AIG General Insurance Company, Mrs. TAIG Tata General Insurance Company for the customers of Canara Bank as per HO Circular 884/2024. Plan A, there are two plans. Plan A, sum insured rupees 20 lakhs plus rupees 5 lakhs base and rupees 15 lakhs is the top up. And plan B, sum insured rupees 30 lakhs, which is consist of 10 lakhs is the base, 20 lakhs is the top up. Point number B. So adults with the age group of 18 to 50 years can be enrolled and children from 91 days to 25 years are covered. Family means self, spouse and two dependent children. The name of the policy is Group Medicare Bumper. So here the question is which is not correct. So the point is, so here every point is correct, but for point number E, the name of the policy is Group Medicare Super. It is not Group Medicare Bumper. The name of the policy is called Group Medicare Super. So these are the points available in the circular. From there, I have made it. Once you can go to the circular 884/2024 with regard to the premium amount. So premium amount, lot of tables are there. So I have restricted only this is Group Medicare Super. This is the name of the policy for Canara Bank customers. Group health insurance policy introduced by Tata General Insurance Company. Okay. Then question number 46. A bank account used to move or launder illicit funds on behalf of criminals is called a bank account used to move or launder illicit funds on behalf of criminals is called, all of you are aware, it is a money mule account. It is a money mule account, MONEYMULL, money mule account. Expand CPV with regard to KFC. These questions are related to that. We'll be in detail. I'll also be explaining some points over that. What is that CPV with regard to KYC? CPV expansion is contact point verification. So CPV expansion with regard to KYC is contact point verification. What is that contact point verification? So we'll see the next question. If the welcome kits for the newly opened account holders are returned undelivered, in the newly opened accounts, branches to debit freeze the account and ensure positive contact point verification at the customer's address to be done within T plus dash, T being the date of return of the welcome kit as per HO Circular 885/2024. So what is the contact point verification, CPV? So the welcome kits are sent to the newly opened customers from various sources. The kits are returned to the base branch. Okay, when the kits are returned to the branch, then branch should immediately debit freeze the account, and branch officials try to visit the customers immediately within T plus 2 days. T being the date of return of the welcome kit. So they have to debit freeze the account. Branch officials to make a contact point verification. Contact point verification means visiting the customers given in the newly opened account address and meet him personally over there and ensure that he is there, get all the OVD, whatever it is required, and it has to be done like that. If the positive contact point verification could not be done, register, so you go there, so welcome kit is returned. So within 2 days, you go and meet there and he is not available. Door is locked and not there. You are not able to find out. Then what the bank branch official should come back and they should send registered notice to the customer. And if the customer does not provide any OBD within 2 weeks, so you are sending a notice within 2 weeks, the customer is supposed to come and meet and that is give the OVD, give the reason for why he is not able to go out, get the welcome kit, or when you visited, when he is not, you should be satisfied with that. Then if the customer is not meeting you and giving within 2 weeks of the registered notice, bank has to close the account within dash days of the registered letter. So bank has to close the account within 30 days of the registered letter. So to avoid the money mule accounts who are not at all there, but the accounts are open, so bank has introduced the concept of contact point verification. So whenever the welcome kits are returned, it is an alert to the bank that is the customer address is not there, newly opened account. Within 2 days, the contact point verification to be done. If the contact point verification is failed, so bank has to, by the time bank should have defreezed the debit in the account, freeze the debit in the account. So visit, then get the registered notice, wait for 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, if the customer does not turn up, bank has to close the account within 30 days of the registered letter, within 30 days. 50. Before opening the accounts in identified hotspot branch. What is mean hotspot branches with regard to KAC? There are many branches in the country, maybe 150 or 60, like that. Every time the hotspot branches list is uploaded by somebody in the wing, in the various websites of Canara Bank, in these branches, many money mule accounts are noticed. Those branches are called hotspot branches with regard to KYC. So before opening accounts in identified the hotspot branches, these hotspot branches are identified by transaction monitoring vertical in CANNET everyone. It is identified and uploaded in the CANNET under hotspot branch. Whenever an account is opened in the hotspot branch, whenever the account is opened in the hotspot branch, whether the welcome kits are returned or not. Whenever the customer is coming, you are opening an account, you are in the hotspot branch and you are opening the account, immediately contact point verification to be done. See, branch officials, before opening the accounts in identified hotspot branches, customer is coming, you want to open an account. Before you get the documents and upload in the CPH, so bank officials have to visit to the customers in the address, the document, what he has brought, and ensure that he is there. That is called contact point verification. Hotspot branches before opening the account, so contact point verification to be done. Answer is true. Question number 50, answer is true. Question number 51, double authorization by next higher authority or the branch head in cash withdrawal of above what amount cumulative in a day for a CASA account in hotspot branches to be done. So any hotspot branches, cash withdrawal cumulative, if it exceeds rupees 2 lakhs in a day, then the authorization to be done by next higher authority or the branch head. So if the branch head is there, he will do the authorization. Or if the branch head is not there, somebody is officiating, he will do. And there is nobody is officiating, it has to go to the next higher authority. Authorization for the accounts cash withdrawal in the hotspot branches, that is account, CASA account, above 22 lakhs per day, it was double authorization is required. So what to be done? Cumulative in a day for what amount? 2 lakhs. Rupees 2 lakhs and above, cumulative in a day, that is double authorization is required. Okay, then it is then important. Okay, sir. So we saw what is contact point verification. When the contact point verification to be done in 2 occasions, when the welcome kit is returned, you immediately freeze the account. T+2 day you do the contact verification, and if you are not able to do the contact verification, send a registered notice. Wait for 2 weeks. If the customer has not done, within 30 days of the registered notice, close the account. Before opening the account in a hotspot branch, to contact point verification to be done by the branch official. Then only account to be opened. Then in the hotspot branches, cumulative withdrawal of 2 lakhs per day in the above 2 lakhs per day in a account in a cumulative in a day. So in the hotspot branches, then cash withdrawal to double authorization is required for the cash withdrawal. Then question number 52. As per HO Circular 893/2024, the periodicity of meeting risk management group committee at circles. I told you, no, so it is changed to 15 fortnightly. So answer is fortnightly. Okay, answer is fortnightly. As per HO Circular 893/2024, the TAT for closure of early warning signal alert by RFA HO committee. So what we saw, what is answer for that? 30 days. So question number 53, answer is 30 days. 30 days. As per HO Circular 11/2025, so now we are coming to 2025 circulars. As per HO Circular 11/2025, what is correct with regard to odd hour restriction in NEFT? So that is odd hour restriction. You know, NEFT that is minimum one rupee, maximum that is load limit for funds transfer. RTGS minimum 2 lakhs, maximum no limit for funds transfer. But during certain odd hours, so maybe during the night time, restriction has been imposed by the bank, by the customers to do online transaction by using NEFT or RTGS. That is called odd hour restriction. That has been given in HO Circular 11/2025. Let us see the PowerPoint presentation. You will understand it. So, important circulars, the non-credit, 11/2025, odd hour restriction. Transaction limits in NEFT and RTGS restricted during odd hours. As far as the NEFT concerned, the odd hour is called 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. So any transaction done by the customer through internet banking or mobile banking, whatever app he is having, which permits him to the NEFT transaction RTGS, for NEFT, amount of restriction is there for doing the transfer between 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. For retail customers, they can do transfer only up to 2 lakhs by using NEFT between 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. For corporate customers, they can do transfers up to 2 lakhs during the odd hours for NEFT. Coming to RTGS, the RTGS odd hour is 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. This is 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. So RTGS odd hour is 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. Retail customers, by using RTGS, they can transfer up to 5 lakhs only during the odd hours. And corporate customers like NEFT, they can transfer maximum 10 lakhs only during the odd hours. Odd hour restriction can be removed on a case-to-case basis. Who has to give the permission? So there is a format is available in the circular. So you have to take the customers have to give the format to be recommended to online banking section, digital banking services wing through TM section CO with recommendation of the circle head. So then DBS online banking section, digital banking services, DBS wing has to permit. So if they ask the question, who can permit the waiver of the that is restricted hours? So permission has to be obtained by from the DBS wing concerned section to be recommended through the TM section of the circle. Circle has to permit the waiver of that is your online that is odd hour restriction in the net banking or NEFT. Now let us see the question. Question number 54. Question number 54 we are seeing. As per HO Circular 11/2025, what is correct with regard to odd hour restriction in NEFT? Transaction limit 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. Correct. For retail customers, up to 2 lakhs only permitted. Correct. For corporate customers, transfer up to 10 lakhs only permitted. So what is correct? None of these. No, all of these. So question number 54, all the points are there. 54, all of these are correct. Question number 54, answer is E. Question number 55. As per HO Circular 11/2025, which is not correct with regard to odd hour restriction in RTGS. Transaction limit 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. Correct. For retail customers, up to 5 lakhs permitted. Then for corporate customers, up to 10 lakhs permitted. None of these. So none of these are not correct. That means all are correct. So A, B, C, all are in the circular. So for question number 55, your answer should be D. Question number 55, your answer should be D. Question number 56, group the term life insurance policy for employees of the bank. 1 minute. Yes. Group life term insurance policy for the employees of the bank was renewed from 1/2/2025 to 31/3/2026 with which insurance company? Let's see the presentation. I think there is a presentation for that. So group term life insurance for the employees of the bank. Okay, let's see it. Yes. Group term life insurance policy, HO 2526. So, HO circular 41/2025. Bank is taking the policy since 21-22 immediately after the COVID period. All employees, including probationary employees, are eligible. The policy period is 1/2/25 to 31/1/2026. Canada HSBC Life Insurance Company is the person who is handling the policy. Covers all types of death, including natural, accidental, and suicidal death, and death due to suicidal death and due to any illness or any pandemic or epidemic which may arise in future. Sum assured is based on December 2024 salary of the employees. So what is the sum insured? Subordinate cadre, 20 months gross salary subject to a minimum of rupees 10 lakhs. The 20 months gross salary is decided based on the salary of December 2024. For the clerical cadre, 20 months gross salary subject to a minimum of rupees 15 lakhs. Officers cadre, 20 months gross salary subject to a minimum of rupees 20 lakhs. It is a voluntary. If the bank employee wants to join, they can join. If they don't want to join, they need not join. Bank pays 90% premium and the employee pays 10% premium. If the employee has not given the consent in HRMS before the stipulated date, that is 21/2025, it will be treated as deemed consent and 10% premium will be deducted from them. Okay, sir, this is the group term life insurance policy for the employees of the bank. Now, let's see the question. So, group term life insurance policy for the employees of the bank, our bank, was renewed from with which insurance company? Canada HSBC Life Insurance Company. Okay. What is the timeline for transfer of the CASA, term deposit, and RD accounts from one branch to another as per HO Circular 49/2025? This is question number 58 we are discussing. So, what is the timeline? So, for transfer of deposit accounts, either term deposit or RD accounts, or CASA accounts of the customers as per HO circular. Now, who has to permit transfer of term deposit from one? Forget about the CASA account. Who has to permit transfer of term deposit from one branch to another branch, or transfer of RD from one branch to another branch? So 2-3 years back, lot of restrictions are there. Whether the transfer is taken place within the city limits or transfer place outside the city limit, etc. Some conditions are there. Some authorities are given get permission beyond certain amount outside the city limits or inside the city limits, etc. Now everything has been removed. So the branch in charge of the transferee branch, the branch in charge of the transferee branch is the authority who has to give permission to transfer a deposit account, that is term deposit account, from one branch to another, irrespective of the distance, irrespective of the amount. Okay, who has to give permission? The branch in charge of the transferee branch. Now, within how many days the deposit to be transferred to other branch after getting a request from the customer? Within 3 days. So, question number 58, what is the timeline for transfer of either CASA account or term deposit account or RD account from one branch to another branch as per HO Circular 49/2025? The timeline is 3 days. Within 3 days of receipt of the request, it has to be transferred to the other branch as per the procedure. Who is authority to permit? The branch in charge of the transferee branch has to permit it. Question number 58, answer is 3 days. 59. What is the name of the RBI portal in which banks to have to update the percentage of nomination registered in accounts once in a quarter as per HO Circular 51/2025? Sir, so that is we have the contest for nomination, updation, etc., etc. Why it is so? Because as per Reserve Bank of India guidelines, once in a quarter, so what is the total number of accounts, operating accounts the bank is having? Out of the operating accounts, what is the percentage of nomination registered in that account? If the account is in single name, that is why nomination is not registered, whether customer has told that they don't want the nomination to be registered. Okay, when the customer does not want the nomination registered in the account opening form, appropriate box to be ticked. Okay, so this has to be uploaded by the bank once in a quarter. So the question is, what is the name of the portal in which it has to be uploaded? Please note it for question number 29. The name of the portal in RBI is DAKSH. DAKSH portal is the portal in which the details of nomination registered to be uploaded by the banks once in a quarter. Again, I repeat, answer for question number 59 is DAKSH portal. Dutch portal. DAKSH. Question number 60. What is the monthly rent for hybrid POS introduced by the bank as per HO Circular 57/2025? Rupees 200. So plus GST, rupees 200 plus GST is the monthly rent for hybrid POS introduced by the bank, rupees 200 plus GST. Question number 61. As per HO Circular 58/2025, credit cards having overdue of more than dash days from the payment due date will be blocked permanently. So as per this circular, all credit cards which are in SMA1 special mention account. What is SMA1? You know SMA0, SMA1, SMA2. Credit card is also an advance, isn't it? So SMA0 is overdue within 30 days. SMA1 is overdue above 30 days up to 60 days. SMA2 is overdue above 60 days, 61 days to 90 days. So up to 30 days, 31 days to 60 days, 61 days to 90 days is SMA2. Now here, which credit cards have to be blocked permanently if they have overdue and the number of days of overdue? All credit cards in SMA1 category. That means when they have the overdue of more than 31 days. So whether they clear the dues or not subsequently, then they have to apply for a fresh card. All credit cards with overdue of more than 30 days, that is having overdue of 31 days and above, which are in SMA1 category. SMA1 is overdue 31 days to 60 days. All credit cards having overdues of more than 30 days have to be blocked permanently from the payment due date. Question number 61, answer is more than 30 days, which are in SMA1 and above category. Question number 62. As per HO Circular 84/2025, how many essential services are in tab banking? There are 21 essential services in tab banking. Which are all the services we are interested to go through? Please go through 84/2025. There are 21 essential services available in the tab banking. Which is not correct with regard to officer employee accepting gift as per HO Circular 89/2025, which is not correct. Question number 63. Let us see. On occasions such as marriages, anniversaries, funerals, or religious functions, when making of gifts is in conformity with the prevailing religious or social practice, an officer employee may accept gifts from his near relatives, but he shall make a report to the competent authority if the value of the gift exceeds rupees 500 rupees. Point number B. On such occasions, an officer employee may also first is close relatives, near relatives. The second one is on such occasions, an officer employee may also accept gifts from his personal friends having no official dealings with him, but shall make to report to competent authority if the value of the gifts exceeds 200. So if the value of gifts exceeds 500 from the near relatives, then a report. If the value of the gifts exceeds 200 from close friends who are not connected with the employee's business, then report 200 rupees. In any other case other than these two cases, the officer employee shall not accept any gifts without sanction of the competent authority if the value of the gift exceeds 75 rupees. Point number D, provided that when more than one gift has been received from the same person or on concern within 12 period of 12 months, the matter has to be reported to the competent authority if the aggregate value thereof exceeds rupees 500. None of these. Answer is which is not correct. None of them are not correct. That means all of them are correct. So 1 to D, all are correct. So your answer should be none of these. The question is which is not correct? All are correct. That means none of these are not correct. So these points are available in 500 rupees, 200 rupees, 75 rupees, cumulative 500 rupees. So this is available in HO circular, that is 89/2025. Okay, sir. Answer for question number 63. Answer is E. Question number 64. Which is correct with regard to pre-audit exercise as per HO circular 96/2025. We know periodicity of the risk-based internal audit. high risk branch, moderate risk branch, low risk branches, various periodicities given. So before the inspection is commenced, this is called exercise to be done by the various authorities. That is called the pre-audit exercise. So which is correct with regard to, the question is, which is correct with regard to the pre-audit exercise? During bi-monthly ZAS meeting, Zonal Audit Committee of Executives, if they ask you to expand ZACE, Zonal Audit Committee of Executives. So during the bi-monthly meeting, ZAS meeting of respective circle officers, branches due for inspection in the next 6 months will be made available. So what is the periodicity of the meeting of the Zonal Audit Committee of the Executives? Bi-monthly. During that month, so inspection due in the next 6 months will be made available. CORO, Circle Office Regional Officers, to send a pilot letter to branches at least 3 months prior to the commencement of RBIA to conduct pre-audit exercise. So this bi-monthly expansion of the ZACE you should know. So within how many months in advance the names of branches to be inspected will be made available? 6 months. And then before how many months a pilot letter to be sent by the ROCO to the branches? Within 3 months, before 3 months prior to the commencement of RBA to conduct pre-audit exercise. The RO overseeing executive will visit the branch and countersign the pre-audit report and place to the RO head. So it has to be done before the inspection starts. The overseeing executive of the branch will visit the branch and verify the pre-audit checklist and verify and sign a copy to be placed to the RO head. Okay, all of these, which is correct, all of them are correct. So point number A, B and C are correct. So for question number 64, answer is D. All of them are correct. Question number 65. The branch visit of executives are to be submitted in branch visit reporting system BVRS B2 in SAS. It has to be submitted only to the SAS package. No manual submission of the branch visit report by the executives. The appropriate package is also there, BVRS B2 in SAS, only after uploading certain photos as per HO Circular 99/2025. That is, various apps are available in the mobile phone also. Through that photo also can be taken. It can be uploaded. 99/2025. Which photo is not in the circular? Which photo the overseeing visiting executive need not upload while he is submitting the visit report? So customer meet report, photograph, ambience photograph, seating arrangement for senior citizen for photograph, staff meeting, that is a photograph, branch visit photo, that is branch visit photo, then none of these. Which photo need not be uploaded by the visiting executive while submitting the branch visit report? Answer is none of these. That means all the photographs taken by the visiting executive during his visit, that is customers meet to be conducted, a photo to be taken. Ambience of the branch, a photo to be taken. Then seating arrangement for senior citizen near the counter, a photo has to be taken. Staff meeting to be conducted and to be interacted by the visiting executive. Then branch visit, that is the logo of the branch and the branch premises to be taken, branch visit, and then all these things to be uploaded. So through the BVRS B2 package. So at the time of uploading is branch visit report. Question number 65, none of these. Question number 66. What is the maximum add-on card permitted in respect of corporate credit card as per HO Circular 127/2025? Ladies and gentlemen, I expect some questions from this point, from this few questions which are given here. So the corporate credit card underwent a change. In the current year, the corporate credit card underwent a change. Let us go through the presentation. What are all the new things have come in the corporate credit card? HO Circular 127/2025. Let's go through it. So I will make the presentation also a little bigger. Okay. Canara, that is Canara Card Visa, Canara Card Visa Corporate. So Canara Card Visa Corporate revised guidelines 127/2025. Minimum annual turnover to issue a credit card to a corporate. The minimum annual turnover should be 10 crores for eligibility. 10 crores for eligibility. For less than 10 crores, you can issue only the secured credit card. What is secured credit card? We know. Whatever the company is having the deposit, take a deposit, mark a lien, and up to 90% or 95% or full amount to issue the card. That is called secured credit card. So without secured credit card, a normal credit card to a corporate can be issued only if the turnover is rupees 10 crores and above. That for parties not enjoying, so normally for all the parties, it should be 10 crores and above turnover. Then you see whether the party is enjoying a credit limit or the party is not enjoying a credit limit. If the party is enjoying a credit limit with us, what is the limit we have to fix? If the party is enjoying credit limit with us, with others, what is the credit limit to be fixed? If the party is not at all enjoying any credit limit with anybody, what is the credit limit to be fixed? In all the cases, the turnover should be 10 crores and above. Then for parties not enjoying credit exposure from our bank, the dealing to be satisfactory in the last 12 months. For others, internal rating not less than investment grade should be there. If the corporates are enjoying credit exposure from our bank, the asset classification should be standard and it should not be SMA1 or SMA2 in the last 12 months, and the maximum card limit not to exceed 10% of the fund-based working capital limit with a maximum of rupees 25 crores. So when a party is enjoying a credit limit with us, then these are all the conditions. It should be asset classification standard. You should not have been appeared in SMA1 or SMA2 in the last 12 months. And what is the maximum card limit? You 10% of the fund-based working capital limit with a maximum of 25 crores when the party is enjoying credit limit with us. If the corporates are enjoying credit facilities with other banks, the maximum card limit is 10% of the assessed MBBF with a ceiling of 10 crores. If they are not availing any credit facility with us, if they are availing credit facility with other bank, then the maximum finance we can give 10% of the that is card limit with assessed MBBF to the party or with a maximum ceiling of 10 crores. If they are availing credit limit, maximum 25 crores. If they are not availing credit limit with other banks, this is the condition, maximum 10 crores. If the corporate not enjoying any credit with any lender, either with our bank or other bank, maximum credit card limit will be 2% of the total sales turnover as per the last year audited balance sheet with maximum of 5 crores. Now, the credit card limit to corporates is divided into three categories. Enjoying limit with us, enjoying limit with others, not enjoying limit with anybody. Enjoying limit with others, maximum 25 crores. Enjoying limit with others, maximum 10 crores. Not enjoying limit with anybody, maximum 5 crores. The total turnover should be minimum 10 crores and above. So the minimum limit of the card would be 50,000, maximum 25 crores, depending upon the category. I told if it is enjoying limit with us, maximum you can go up to 25 crores. Not enjoying limit with others, maximum you can go up to 10 crores. Not enjoying limit with anybody, maximum you can go up to 5 crores. So the minimum is 50,000 and the maximum you can go 25 crores in multiples of 5,000 rupees. The maximum 25 crores for which category For add-on cards, minimum amount limit is 10,000 and minimum maximum is 5 lakhs in multiples of 5,000 add-on card. Maximum rupees 50 lakhs per add-on card may be permitted on select cases. Forget about the select case. So the minimum amount is 50,000 for the main card and the maximum credit limit can go up to 25 crores and multiples of 5,000. And the minimum limit for the add-on cards is 10,000 and maximum is 5 lakhs per add-on card in multiples of 5,000. What is the maximum add-on card you can issue? Last year, if you see the corporate credit card, maximum you can issue only 99 add-on card. But this time you see up to 1,000 add-on card. To whom you will issue the add-on card? To the employees of the company. The add-on cards are issued to the employees of the company. So how much maximum add-on card we can issue? The maximum add-on card, 1,000 add-on cards can be issued with the overall limit sanctioned to the corporate and at least one add-on card to be issued under the primary card. So minimum one, any corporate credit card if you are issuing, minimum one add-on card we have to issue with a maximum we can go up to 1,000 cards with the overall limit fixing various limits to the individual add-on card within the limit 10,000 or 5 lakhs. But totally, the total add-on card limit should not exceed the corporate card limit fixed to the corporate. Beyond 1,000 add-on cards, it also permitted by HO on a case-to-case basis. This is a change this year. For the primary card, cash withdrawal limit is 50% of the card limit, maximum 25 lakhs. For add-on card, maximum 25,000 per card. Okay, this is also there is a change over there, cash withdrawal. So for primary card, maximum cash withdrawal limit is 50% of the card limit and maximum 25 lakhs. For add-on card, maximum you can permit 25,000 of a card cash withdrawal. charges for cash withdrawal, and for the not only for the corporate credit card, for the normal credit card also, charges for cash withdrawal underwent a change this year after the last year exam. Questions may come. Please note the point. Charges for cash withdrawal is rupees 30 per 1,000 cash withdrawal with a minimum of rupees 150 per transaction. There is no upper limit. You see, so charges for cash withdrawal rupees 30 per 1,000 cash withdrawal with a minimum of rupees 150 per transaction, and bank has introduced a finance charge first time for the credit card cash withdrawal from this year onwards, 127/2025. This is not only for corporate card, even for the general card also. What is the charge for cash withdrawal? So charges for cash withdrawal is rupees 30 per 1,000 cash withdrawal with a minimum of rupees 150 per transaction, and finance charges of 2.50% per annum. If it is 2.50% per annum per year, 30%. Okay, per year it is 30% per annum. So 2.50% per month or 30% per annum from the date of withdrawal till payment, bank customer has to pay the finance charges. Annual fee is 400 rupees per add-on card and for add-on card, and so for replacement card the fee is rupees 300 per card. You know the risk weight for credit card receivables outstanding, yesterday we saw it is 150%. Okay, it is 150%, that also we saw. And then 2 reward points on every 100 spent, not applicable for cash withdrawal, government transactions and fuel transactions. 2 reward points for rupees 100 spent, and value of each reward point is 0.25 paise. 0.25 rupees means 25 paise. This point also you should know. 2 reward points for every rupees 100 rupees spent other than this transaction, and the value of reward point is rupees 0.25, that is 25 paise. EMI facility not available for this corporate credit card. One lump sum they have to do on the due date. Who is the sanctioning authority? Earlier, RAH branch and all was having the power to sanction a corporate credit card. Now everything has been dispensed with. Now corporate credit card limit up to 50 lakhs. ROH CAC has the power. Then up 50 lakhs to 200 lakhs. Circle and CAC. 200 lakhs and above up to 10 crores. AGM CPC being CAC. Then DGM CPC being. Then the CGM GM CPC being. So maximum, you know, it is 25 crores. So it stops with CGM, GM, CPC being CAC. So what is CPC being? CPC being is credit card, credit and prepaid card being. So CPC being means credit and prepaid card being. So ROH, Circle Cat, and AGM CAC of the credit and prepaid card being, DGM CAC of the credit and prepaid payment card being, and the being head of the credit and prepayment card being has the authority to sanction the credit card. Okay, so let us see the questions now, sir. Let us see the questions. I'm expecting questions from this slide because changes have come in the corporate card. Okay, now let us see. So question number 66. What is the maximum add-on card permitted in respect of corporate credit card as per HO Circular 127/2025? Sir, please don't take 99. Please take 1000. So 1000 is the maximum. Minimum one card should be there. So answer for your question number, maximum is 1000 add-on cards is permitted. Okay, so answer for your question number 66 should be D. Question should be D. Then 67. As per HO Circular 128/2025, so that is I have given only one question from the corporate credit card. All other points, the changes which has come, I have explained in the 3 slides. Questions will come. Please go through it. As per HO Circular 128/2025, group personal accident insurance policy for the period from 1/1/2025 to 31/12/2025 is taken from which insurance company? The name of the insurance company is National Insurance Company Limited. National Insurance Company Limited is a coming from this group accidental insurance policy. So I have not made the PowerPoint. Please go through the Circular 128/25 with regard to sum assured also. Okay. Okay, sir. So it has taken with the National Insurance Company. Question number 67, National Insurance Company. So the period is 1/1/25 to 31/12/2025. Expand IEPF in the context of that is Securities and Exchange Board of India. What is IEPF? So we are having one DEAF, no? Bankers are having one DEAF, Depositors Education Awareness Fund, isn't it? When the overdue deposits become 10 years and above, unclaimed, that has to be transferred to Depositors Education Awareness Fund. Bank also has come out with a policy on that this year. Similarly, the companies which are covered under the Securities and Exchange Board of India, they also should have a fund called IEPF fund. What is that IEPF fund? So expand IEPF of Securities and Exchange Board of India, Investor Education and Protection Fund, like Depositors Education Fund, no? Depositors Education, DEAF, Depositors Education Awareness Fund you are having. So Investors Education and Protection Fund. If the dividend, no, unpaid dividends are there, no, if they completed 7 years, it has to go to IEPF. So companies should not keep, like our unclaimed deposit, if it completed 10 years, no, it should go to DEAF. Similarly, the unclaimed dividend a company should not keep, it should go to the IEPF of the Securities and Exchange Board of India. IEF means Investors Education and Protection Fund. Okay, keep that in mind. Then this question number 69. Designated officials and their immediate relatives as defined in Canara Bank Code of Conduct for prohibition of insider trading shall not trade in Canara Bank shares during the period when the trading window is closed. You know, whenever the results are going to be declared bank's results, so the trading in the share of the Canara Bank is prohibited by the insiders. Insider trading is prohibited. So who are all the insiders? Not all the employees. Some officials are designated in the bank. The officials, designated officials and their immediate relatives should not trade in the Canara Bank share when the trading window is closed. Okay, and if you do it, it is called insider trading. So shall not be traded in Canara Bank shares during the period when the trading window is closed. For violation, penalty to be paid by the concerned officials as per HO Circular 133/2025, which is not correct as per the circular. For the first time violation, penalty will be 3% on the traded value. For the first time violation, penalty will be 3% on the traded value. Point number B. For the second violation, penalty will be levied on 5% of the traded value. Point number C. In further cases, violation disciplinary action will be initiated. Point number D. Penal amount collected will be credited to Investor Education and Protection Fund of SEBI. So which is not, what is the question, sir? Which is not correct. All are correct, sir. All are correct. Insider trading, the designated officials of the bank and their immediate relatives should not share in the deal, that is trade in the shares of Canara Bank during the prohibited period as per the code of conduct. And if they do it, it is called insider trading. And if it is done, and if it is found out, the penalty for the first time, second time, and subsequently disciplinary action and penal amount collected should go to Investor Education and Protection Fund of SEBI, like 7 years and above, there is unpaid dividend. Oh, this money also will go there. Okay, all are correct. Question number 69, answer is E. Question number 70. As per HO circular, again I brought the point here. Questions will come. 144/2025, bank revised the cash withdrawal charges by using credit card. Which is correct with regard to this? Cash withdrawal fee is ₹30 per 1,000 withdrawal or part thereof, minimum 150 per transaction. That is correct. Finance charges for secured credit card is 2% per annum. Then finance charges for secured credit card 2% per annum. Then finance charges for unsecured credit card 2.5% per annum. So A to C all, A to D none. What is the question? Which is correct? So A is correct. So 30 rupees per cash withdrawal 1,000, minimum is 150. So finance charges, so I told you what is finance charges, 2.50% for the other credit card. For the secured credit card, the finance charges is not, it is not 2% per annum, that is 2% per month, that is 24% 5% per annum. So 2.5% per month, that is 30% per annum. If it is secured credit card, what is secured credit card? I told you, taking the deposit, I'll make a lien and available certain amount of money as a credit card fund. So in that case, if they withdraw money, so it is finance charges 2%. For others, the finance charge is 2.50% per month. So which is correct? A to C all are correct. Question number 70, answer is D. Question number 71. Which one of the following is not correct guideline in respect of opening current account as per HO Circular 148/2025 read along with 294/2022. So 294/2022 is the base circular where whenever the current accounts are opened, whether we can open for everybody who wants to open a current account with a bank in the country. That depends upon whether he is having an ODOCC facility in other bank or whether he is having a term deposit with other bank. Like that, depending upon the credit facility or no credit facility from other bank, the guidelines have been given by RBI. Our bank has also given the guideline. It is reiterated in 148/2025, and we are going to see the presentation now. So presentation is very important. From there, questions are possible. Okay, sir, we have seen the credit card. So this slide we will see. So opening of current account guideline. Banks are free to open, so no restriction. Current accounts of prospective customers who have not availed any credit facility from the banking system, subject to necessary due diligence as per the board approved policies. Okay, that is that. So who has not availed any credit facility from the banking system, any bank can open current account for them. Okay, then however, they have to take a declaration. If I take a credit facility from other bank, we will inform you. Okay. Current accounts of the borrowers. So suppose who has not taken any credit facility. Suppose if they have taken a credit facility, and if the credit facility is taken from some particular credit institution, still you can open freely the current account. For which category of the customers you can open, banks can open current account freely? Who has not availed any credit facility from the banking system, bank can open current account without any restriction. So current accounts of borrowers, that is borrowers you see. Here you see prospective customers. Current account of borrowers, without any restriction, current account can be opened by banks where the borrowers are having credit facility only from non-banking financial company, all India financial institutions, cooperative banks and non-bank institutions. That means they should not have availed a credit scheduled commercial bank. So if they are not availed any credit facility, anybody, no problem. If they avail a credit facility other than from a scheduled commercial bank, no problem. Current account can be opened, but after getting a declaration from the customer. Okay, that is who banks can open freely to current account to whom? Two types of people: prospective customer who does not have any borrowing from any bank. Point number two, there are borrowers who have availed the credit facility from other than some scheduled commercial bank, so they are permitted to open current account freely with any bank in the country. Okay, that's the point. Now, suppose if the borrowers are availed ODOCC facility. So then if the borrower has not availed OD facility, they availed only term loan facility. So what is the condition with regard to opening the current account? So what is the guideline with regard for them opening current account? For borrowers who availed ODOCC facility from the banking system. Banking system means scheduled commercial bank only. If the borrowers have availed ODOCC facility from the scheduled commercial banks, then what is the condition for opening the current account? No restriction for opening current account by any bank in the country if the exposure of the borrower is less than 5 crores from the banking system. Banking system with regard to this is only scheduled commercial bank. If the borrower has availed their ODOCC facility and if the exposure is less than 5 crores which they avail from the scheduled commercial bank, that is from the